Okay, we're live. You set it up. Well, I'm gonna come mic you.
I can't roll now.
No, you could. This is like a 6 feet cord.
My man Frank. All right, buddy. Thank you. You know I love you, buddy.
Me too. Oh, this is fun. Playoff football.
I'll tell you what. Hey,
Let's get ready to rumble!
when I got that text today from Elizabeth Brezhnev's parents, she was like, "We got to see that game. How do we get on?"
What, for this game?
For this game,
You
yeah.
have to go somewhere. Just unclick.
Okay.
We're gonna ask this.
Yeah. You know what, Frank? It might be a better thing than this way here. They won't.
Well, Craig will feed in right off
Yeah,
our
he'll-
mics. Hey, everybody that's on, because of the wind tonight, we got a 2-mic system. Carl has one clipped onto him. I will have one clipped onto me in about 2 seconds. And then Craig's right between us. He's going to feed off of us. So,
I'm actually going to go downstairs and listen to it.
give us some
I'm
feedback.
going to go test it.
All right.
You guys keep talking.
Give us some feedback on the audio if you could. If we have to, we can always go back to right off the phone. So welcome, and you are live from the Anthony Jake Sobeski Stadium
Yes, sir.
for tonight's District 2 3A playoff game between the Lakeland Chiefs and your Wyoming area Warriors.
Good stuff, Frank.
So,
Good
hey, yeah,
stuff.
it's exciting. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jake
less than 2
Sobeski
weeks
Stadium,
till Thanksgiving, and we're
West
still playing high school
Pennsylvania.
football. It's all good.
For
It's all good.
tonight's 3A playoff game between the Lakeland
Vic,
Chiefs
Vic
and your
Pacchioni says
Wyoming
it
area
sounds cold.
Warriors.
No, it's not too bad, actually, Vic. It's not too bad.
bad.
The wind died down from earlier this afternoon.
Iron City, you could be cold.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
That's all right. Frank, before we get started here, I'd like to make sure we give a shout out to our buddy Elizabeth the Queen,
Oh, the 2018 Queen, yeah.
Elizabeth Brezhnev. So Elizabeth, if you're out there, honey, welcome to
Welcome to the broadcast.
the
yeah.
broadcast,
We'll represent.
yes.
We're trying to get level here. There we go.
Hi, Cor.
That's good.
What's up, brother?
Coach Corey?
Frank, you got gloves on, buddy?
Yeah, I do.
Corey, you got gloves, buddy? Yeah, hand warmers. Okay. That's soccer game while I was watching. Oh, it was cold.
Bear with us while we work this out here. All right, I just want to get level. There's Harry. There's my buddy. And here comes
Ladies
the
and
Warriors.
gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup
There's our Warriors.
for the Wyoming area Warriors.
How we doing, guys?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Number 75, Cameron Carr, defensive end. Sequay Williamson, number 5, cornerback. Dimitri DePietro, safety. Dominic DeLuca, safety, number 9. Number 11, Derek Ambrosino, defensive
I
end.
don't know. I just it's
It'll
sitting
move.
on it.
Hold on.
Number
We'll get-
22,
we'll get it
Leo
on there.
Harris, cornerback.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Number 27,
Pinch these
Anthony
things around, we'll be
Salzo,
fine.
nose guard.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
36, Frank Braccini, linebacker. Number 43, Dylan Williams, linebacker.
All
We
right.
sound good, too,
Number
Frank. I checked it out in the
76.
press
Greg
box.
is
We're good.
back.
Matthew
So,
Wojtkowski,
I'm not messing around with the
tackle.
camera, so you won't get nauseous.
And number 90, Sammy Solomon,
Let's get ready
defensive
to
tackle.
rumble!
We go Warriors.
Your starting lineup for the Lakeland Chiefs. Colin Walsh, number 2, tight end.
Just so you know, Carl,
At
the other
quarterback,
person
number
wearing shorts
18,
tonight,
CJ
this piece is
Dupre.
wearing shorts.
Oh, okay.
Number 26.
He's my idol.
linebacker,
Not to be
Giovanni
outdone, Frank. Not to be
Spataro.
outdone.
He's my idol.
You don't want to be
Number
outdone.
27, Thomas Pigeon, wide receiver. At fullback, number 28, Josh Kovalevsky. At center, Antonio Spataro, number 50. Tackle, Robbie Thomas, number 52. Cross Douglas, guard, number 53. Joe Rosenkrantz, guard, number 54. Jonathan Nanowitz, tackle, number 56. And Colin Walsh, tight end, number 2. Tonight's officials, referee Earl Harris, headline Edward Caffrey, Chris Bonafonte, field judge, Gary Davis, back judge, Jim Gordon, umpire, Robert Gentiliza, line judge, and Joseph Senchak, side judge.
Joe Senchak. High school.
Quick announcement, the use of cowbells, horns, whistles are prohibited during PIAA playoff games.
You don't have a band on that.
No, I don't see the band out.
Yeah, what's up with that? They aren't allowed or something?
I don't know.
I think they had a competition. I think they were at a competition.
Oh, okay.
Cavalcade of bands. So we'll wait for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise.
Didn't have to wait long.
If you would please rise for tonight's national anthem. Going to be sung by WA cheerleader Ava Gonzalez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Right. Ava Gonzalez, so Wyoming area cheerleader, singing the national anthem there. That was great.
I am a little bit wondering why the flags are at half staff.
I think it might be with the
Veterans
shootings,
Day?
Veterans Day, but the shooting, it could have been.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
So, good evening, everybody. I'm Frank DeAngelo. I'm joined by my partners, Greg Juszkiewicz and Carl Zielinski, and we're here to bring you playoff football as the Warriors and Chiefs go out for the coin toss. We do have Corey Marunk. He's out this week. I don't think his injury was as long-term serious as they initially
God.
feared, so that's good news, but we won't see him tonight, and obviously that's going to be a big loss.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wyoming area's band is unable to be here tonight as they are preparing for a previously scheduled competition, but they did call and wish luck, and they are here in spirit.
So as we said at the end of the game last week, Corey went out early. All right, Lizzie Bresnay, our 2018 homecoming queen, is watching at home. All right, Lizzie.
All
we
right,
love
Lizzie,
you.
welcome.
And let's go Warriors. So we all said, it's impossible to replace a Corey Marunk. But what you got to do is everybody has to give a little bit more. And I think there's some guys on offense who can do that, who can step up their roles. Quay Williamson
Wyoming
is
area
back healthy.
has won the toss.
FJ
They elect
Bergini
to
can
receive.
expand his role. Looks like Nick Elko is back, so
Nick Elko, yes.
we may see Nick Elko pounding
Wyoming
between the
area elects
tackles.
to defend the South Goal.
You know, Dominic DeLuca, when the running game has been good the last few weeks, he hasn't had to run the ball 10,
No.
15 times a game.
And
So he's capable of doing
People
that.
forget about him, Frank.
Right. Probably the best running quarterback in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
I was just going to
So,
say that. Frank.
yeah, we'll miss Corey, we'll miss him on defense, but we have some impact players on defense, too.
Yes, yes,
Cameron
we do.
Carr, Matt Wojcicki, FJ Bergini, Dimitri DePietro,
Carmen
Dominic
Ambrosino
DeLuca,
or Derek Ambrosino.
So, yeah, it's going to be tough for any one person to replace him, but a lot of guys with a little
Right,
bit more, and not effort, because they give that effort every
They
game.
give that effort.
But a lot of guys now will have a little more opportunities,
right.
and hopefully make up the difference for that junior
That's right.
three-year starter.
Frank, I would like to say Leo Harros last week, he picked the ball up, he stepped up, picked
Amazing.
it up, and he carried it
Yeah.
away.
And I think, you know, Coach Spencer, you know Coach Mashinsky, and I think, you know, as tough as it was for them to lose Corey, they pulled out the playbook a little bit. There's probably things they would have liked to done all year,
Yeah.
but they didn't really
But
have
they
to.
didn't have to, right.
So we might see some of those things, and that's going to be
you're
good
certainly
from
right.
a playoff perspective when you can show a team something or a look or a player out of a certain set that they haven't seen before. It makes it much harder to prepare for. So I'm excited about the challenge that this team has to step up to replace Corey and the way that they're going to do it.
As am I, Frank. I'm very excited about this game.
So it looks like the Warriors will receive the opening kick. They are 11-0, as we said. The Lakeland Chiefs are 8-3. Their losses came to Scranton Prep, Western Wayne, who lost to Prep today.
Number 9, Billy
and West
Good, set to
Scranton.
kick off
So
for
obviously
the
good
Chiefs.
team. They play some good competition
Right.
down there.
Actually, that might be
Keep
who's
the
in the
Warriors
stands
and
over there. It
Brian
might
Williams.
be Scranton Prep players scouting us out.
Kay Williamson
So Billy
and
Good
Leo Harris.
will have the kickoff for the Chiefs. Brian Williams is standing at his own 11 between Quay Williamson and Leo Harris. And this game is about ready to get underway.
As Frank, if you don't mind me using my adage, we have our little city heights are back this week.
Here's the kick from Good. It's headed towards Brian Williams, and he will take it at the 11. He's coming up over the right side. He has some room. He's past the 20. He's up to the 30 and down the sideline now.
Oh,
and he's
Frank.
moving like midfield. And he's going to go out at about
Very nice
midfield.
return.
Number 6, Williamson on the
Brian
return.
Williams of about 39 yards. Give the Warriors some great field
Brought out of
position.
bounds by number
Start their
28,
first
Josh
possession.
Kovalevsky.
We'll see where they mark that, but the junior, another junior leader on this team.
That's right.
3-year starter, and he took that kickoff, and he followed his blocks, and he got it up to near midfield. They'll mark it at the 48.
Frank,
And the
he
Warriors
looked,
are first
he
and
looked
10
like a
at
road
the
runner,
48.
Frank. He hit that hole quick.
So we got Leo Harris as the single setback. We got that bunch backfield. Sammy Solomon there. DeLuca takes, and it's
Fumble.
a fumble.
Oh my God!
And right
First
away,
play.
And off to Leo Harris.
Lakeland gets a
Okay.
big opportunity
Fumble on
there.
the
Jacob
play.
Snipes, number 23, to
And
recover
the
that.
Lakeland Chiefs
That's a fumble.
recover.
And that's not the way you want to start the game for the Warriors. So this will be a gut check for this defense. Looked like they were set up to run off left hand over
Yeah.
Sammy Solomon and maybe Derek Ambrosino in that side, and just
Never had the ball.
Couldn't get the exchange off cleanly.
Well, you know, Frank, the ball is cold.
Yeah,
It's cold
Have to look for
outside.
that for both
First
sides.
and 10 for the
We'll give them
Chiefs
that
from the Warriors
So we'll
45.
look for Lakeland as C.J. Dupree, 18 is the quarterback. Giovanni Spataro is their tailback. And he will get the ball right away. And
Oh,
he
we got a
back
pitch
to
pass.
Dupree, and he's looking down the right sideline for
He made
number
the catch.
7, Thomas Pigeon. He's got the
And
catch.
pass is
Number
complete
27, Thomas Pigeon.
to the 5-yard line.
So a 42-yard pass play on first down
Sorry, everybody, I
for the
missed that
Lakeland
one.
Chiefs.
And the Lakeland Chiefs are set up at the 5-yard line, first down and goal.
So the big 6'5", 245 sophomore quarterback took the ball on a pitchback from Spataro after he handed the ball off, and he's looking down the right sideline for his number 1 receiver, Thomas Pigeon, and a big pickup for the Chiefs. Here's to get to Spataro over right side. He's got a hole, and he's going to go into the end zone, untouched, for a 9-yard touchdown run. So 2 plays and a score for the Lakeland Chiefs.
That's a touchdown for Lakeland Chiefs.
And it's 6-0 very quickly with 11:23 left here in the first quarter.
No, I'm just worried, Frank. I'm just worried.
Well, we're all worried. Hey, that's a picture-perfect start for Lakeland.
Yep.
A turnover, 2 plays, and score. So that's Billy Good.
I can't remember the last time Wyoming area was down.
Yeah. 5'8", 135, and here's the kick, and that's good. And it's 7-0, so Lakeland with the start that they wanted.
Momentum builder, Frank, but now you got to hang on to it.
Yeah.
And the Lakeland Chiefs take an early 7-0 lead.
So
The first quarter.
quarterback showed a nice arm there, that sophomore.
Very nice.
Yeah. And looked like
Under money, over the shoulder.
they sold the run. Yeah, it was a nice catch. So Lakeland has a pretty balanced offense. They have a 1,000-yard rusher in Giovanni Spataro. C.J. Dupree is a 1,000-yard passer, and he has a 1,000-yard receiver in number 27, Thomas Pigeon. Yeah, who's a senior. So they're guys that they're going to be going to. And we'll see what kind of obstacle that taller quarterback. He's probably the tallest quarterback that we've seen all year.
I think so, Frank.
So I think
Harris,
it's going to be hard to
Williamson,
get in his
and
field of
Williams.
vision from a pass rush standpoint.
Well, we'll have to
Set
see.
to return for
We'll have to see
Warriors.
when Cameron Carr gets
Right, Cameron
matched
Carr
up
can
on him.
face up with him, but
Once he gets matched up on him, yeah, Frank, we got to have a short memory here.
well, definitely. No, you just got to get back to work. And like Craig said, it's not too many times that if
The
ever,
Warriors
that the
were
Warriors
down,
have been
right?
down.
So now they face adversity, Frank,
Yep.
for the first time. And they're going to need to see that, Frank, in the tournament.
A lot of football to be played.
That's right.
Here's the kick from Good, and it's down the center again. It looks like Brian Williams is going to pick it up again about the 11. This time he's going to start over the middle and break towards the left, and he's following blockers. He still has some room. He'll be brought down inside the 30 by number 1, James
Williams
Lewis.
on the return.
And we'll see where they mark that ball, but about a
Brings the ball out to about the 25-yard line.
14, 15-yard return. That's Lakeland got some size there. I think they play a 4-4 defense. Got some 250-pounders on that line. So now we got the back to the I formation. We got Nick Yelko, Leo Harris, Dominic DeLuca is under center. I'll take the ball and
Go
give to
right back to
Harris
him,
over
Frank.
right guard. He's got a couple yards, but there's not a lot there.
Harris on the carry.
Saw number 50 for Lakeland. That's
Going to bring up the second down at about 8.
Spataro.
Number 26, Giovanni Spataro, looks like he plays both ways. I counted 28 players for Lakeland Chiefs. I think there's 32 on the roster. They could have some injuries.
Okay.
So 2nd and 9. I like that they gave it right back to Leo. Get it back in his
Right, go
hands
right
and say,
back
hey,
to him.
we're still counting on you for a lot of
back on the
things.
bite.
We got a trips left set here, and DeLuca's going to call his own number over the right side, and he gets away, and now he's going to break it up to the middle, and he's got 4 or 5 yards. 6.
He may have
close
he
to
may
it.
have a first down.
Keeps it, and
Really,
he's close to a first down.
That was all Dominic DeLuca there because
All
there was
Dominic.
nothing on the right side. He stopped his feet and went back where he could use his speed and found
Yeah,
some room
right, I was
over,
just gonna say
over the
that,
middle on the
Frank.
left side.
That burst of speed is what freed him.
And it'll give the
Going to
Warriors
bring up a 3rd down and 1
third
for
and
the
short
Warriors.
at
Ball at the
37
36-yard line.
Dimitri DePietro is split to the near side. Brian Williams split to the far side. Elko and Harris in the I formation. And Dominic's going to
That's
take it
gonna be a
and follow his
first
own
down,
number
Frank.
over the left side. He's got the first down and more. He's up a little past the 40-yard line. And that'll be a first
now
down
we
for the
can work.
Warriors. 9:54 left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Lakeland leads 7-0. There was a Wyoming area took the first kickoff, back to about midfield. There was a fumble on the first play from scrimmage, and first play from scrimmage from Lakeland after they recovered was a 40-yard pass play down the right sideline, followed by a 9-yard Giovanni Spataro touchdown. And Lakeland Chiefs up 7-0. So we got trips right. We got 2 receivers split to the far side. Empty backfield here now. First down. And Dominic's going to take it again. And he's got 2 or 3 yards before Anthony Spataro.
DeLuca keeps it.
Jonathan Nanowitz there.
Brought down by Jonathan Adowitz, number 56.
I think we're going into power football right now. Elko's going in.
Like I said, we expected some different looks tonight.
Right.
That's the first time I think I've seen Dominic run out of empty backfield all year.
Right.
So give them a couple different things to look about. So about 2 yards. I'll call it 2nd and 8 at their own 43. 8:53 left in the first quarter. Here's a pitch now to Quay Williamson around right side. He's got some blockers and he's got some room and he's up past midfield, just inside the 50.
He's got a
Takes
first down.
few, yeah.
That's number 5,
Takes a few
Williamson
Lakeland
on the
Chiefs to bring
carry.
it
He's
down
going to pick up.
before Giovanni Spataro eventually does. So Quay
first
Williamson
down
with
for
a
the
nice
Warriors.
burst around the right end. Ran really strong.
Frank,
And
that's-
he's going to move the chains.
That's right. Frankie, you know, the important thing is there, Frank, they were
Warriors
grasping
are
on-
1st and 10 at Lakeland's 48-yard line.
So we
Chiefs were
talked
trying
about
to pull the ball out. He held on tight, Frank, and still moved his feet.
getting a little bit more out of a couple different guys, and he's one of those guys, and he has a first down carry there on 2nd down. So big carry for Quay Williamson, and now he's in that I formation with Sammy Solomon. Got Brian Williams at the top of the screen. They're going to call a timeout. Warriors will call a timeout. Yeah, different.
Wyoming area calls the timeout.
Different personnel in
The
there.
personnel
Yeah,
is-
they had Sammy Solomon and Quay Williamson in that I formation for the first time. And guys were looking around and making sure that they were set.
Frank, I think that was a setup. It might have been a screen. Because coach was trying to get him out left. I don't want to give too many secrets away here, but
So Sammy Solomon came back last week. When you're involved in the game, you don't see as much. I went back and looked at it. He made some really nice blocks on
Yes.
offense. Got some real good penetration on defense. So that's definitely a big help, especially with the loss of Corey Bruck last week.
well, Sammy could definitely fill one of those voids.
I wish they made him a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
A la Mark
give him-
Sickler.
Craig, you give him a burst of speed coming up the that might be dangerous.
He's still not 100% healthy according to Coach Spees. He's not 100% healthy and is mobile. Last week he was kind of on pins and needles a little bit with his
So
mobility.
First down for the Warriors at the Lakeland 48.
He's still a presence.
Solomon and Williamson in the backfield. DeLuca under center. He'll send Brian Williams in motion orbit, and Brian Williams will take it, and he's going to be hunted down there and brought down by number 7.
Brian Williams on the carry.
Garrett Usher.
And Jacob Snipes, number 23.
To be tackled for a loss. He's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 18.
So the Chiefs diagnosed that pretty quickly.
How you doing?
Hey, boss.
What's going on?
Here he is.
I get here a couple minutes late. We're losing. What are you doing up here,
I know.
Frank? Let's play some Warrior football. Let's go.
We're working on
Come
it,
on,
boss.
get in
We're
there,
working on it.
Craig.
What the heck? Ladies and gentlemen,
And,
meet the
I'm sure our Mike picked up the boss there.
Mr. Lou Champy.
I tell you, I
Second
was
and
in
16.
Doylestown at a soccer game. The things we do for our kids.
DeLuca now in the pistol. He picks up the ball and he is looking now. He's going to have to get away from pressure, and he can.
He was wide open.
Sacked there.
He's open.
Dominic
Dupree.
DeLuca
Wide
sacked
open.
in the backfield.
And number 9, Billy Good. So
C.J. Dupree.
Lakeland playing off a lot of emotion and got the momentum going now.
On the tackle for the Chiefs. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Warriors.
25 now at their own 38. So you don't want to try to do too much right now.
Right.
Let's settle everybody down.
Yeah, right.
Let's try to win every down from here on out. That's all. Positive plays. Try to do too much, that's when you make mistakes. So not in the position they want to start the game, but hey, let's see what we can get down here on 3rd down. DeLuca moving personnel around there in the backfield. He's going to drop straight back, and he's under pressure again, and he's going to be sacked once again.
There's something going on with coverage. They're
DeLuca brought down
not
again
picking
for a
everybody up.
sack.
People are getting through.
So Colin Walsh was in there early for the Chiefs. And then Antonio
Looks like Nanowitz again for the Chiefs.
It's that right
He's
side.
got the
That
sack.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down and long for the
Frank,
Warriors.
you need to get that off quicker. Ambrosino was open. I'm telling you what, we got guys open on those patterns.
Okay, so they got to find a way to get Dominic some time and some vision. But right now, we're going to get the ball back to the Lakeland Chiefs. And they've got James Lewis back there, and it looks like Thomas Pigeon standing just inside their 40. Dominic DeLuca will punt it. There's a snap, and the punt is a nice one. And it's crawling down the left sideline, and Lewis will fair catch it there inside his own 40.
James Lewis, number 1, fair catch. And the Chiefs are 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
So the Chiefs will have the ball at their own 40. They have the lead and the ball. There's 5:41 left in this first quarter. And like I said, that last possession for the Warriors, we saw some things that we hadn't seen all season. So we'll see if maybe they go back to something more traditional in the next offensive series.
I was head girl today. The girl was
Here he is under center. He's got eye formation. He's got Thomas Pigeon split to his left there. James Lewis.
They fought hard though.
Left side. He'll take the snap and to give his to the up back, and he's got some room over the middle. He's got a first down and more. And that's number 28, Josh Kovaleski, the senior, 5'10", 168. He's the second leading rusher for this Lakeland Chiefs team. And he hit that line with a head of steam.
About a 17-yard gain by number 28 of the Chiefs. And he's brought down by Derek Ambrosino. And it's 1st down and 10, about the 43-yard line.
So finding some room up that Warrior middle now, and they're going to, we see J.P. Gashai out there, Sammy Solomon. Dylan Williams is the linebacker with F.J. Bercini now. Dupree will turn and give to Spataro, and he's got some quick feet, and he gets close to another first down as he hid behind his lineman until
number 26
blocks developed.
Spataro picks up the first down.
And they'll give him a first down. So 2 consecutive first down carries.
And the Chiefs are at about the 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
Somebody's got to step up, make a play right now. That's all.
They're at the Warrior 32 with 5:06 left in the first quarter. Dupree sends Pigeon in motion. He's going to give to Spataro over the right side now. And got a little room before Sammy Solomon has space up on Leo Harris, Cameron Carr in there. So a little better effort that
Kovaleski
time.
on the carry.
It's going to be
And he's brought down
Josh
by
Kovaleski.
Carr.
Gain of about 1. So good defensive stand there by the Warriors.
2nd down and 9.
Right, there's a little bit of push coming off the ball, so it's just a matter of the Warriors blocking that up, and the holes will start to diminish.
Yeah, like I said, whatever happened, happened. So, but the nerves are behind you, so now it's time to get to work.
We're forgetting that we're also missing Corey Maruk as linebacker.
Dylan Williams has played a lot of linebacker too this year. So Dupree now will pitch to Spataro over right side again, and he's got a couple yards before he's hemmed in there. Dimitri DiPietro comes up from his safety spot.
Kovaleski on the carry. Picks up a couple.
Dylan Williams crawling off the bottom of the pile there. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6. And these are playoff type down and distance situations. You got to pick up your 3rd and 5s, your 3rd and 6. You know, it's not an obvious passing down, but it's more predominantly a passing down. So these are the kind of down and distance you got to pick up in a playoff game. So we'll see what they call. They'll send Pigeon in motion. Dupree takes the snap, and he is going to give to Spataro. And nice penetration by Dylan Williams there in the backfield and tackled him for a loss.
Dylan Williams.
Big play.
Number 26 on the carry. Brought down immediately.
So looking to run on that 3rd and 6 over to the left side this time after they had gone to the right side a couple times. And Dylan Williams breaks in from his linebacker position. Good penetration in the backfield, tackle for loss, and they're going to go for it here. The Chiefs, 2:54 left. It's 4th and 8. They've got to get to the 22-yard line, and there'll be a flag there.
Push it back, baby. This may change their mind, Frank.
So illegal motion is the call on the Chiefs.
I don't think they will either.
Movement on the
And instead of a
offense.
4th and 7, they're going to have a 4th and 12 now back at the Warrior 35-yard line.
Lakeland has a great
Gonna bring
passing game,
I
so
don't watch that screenplay. That's gonna
Dupree's back in with they're going to go for it again.
4th down and about 12.
Thomas Pigeon is his #1 receiver. He's in the slot here on the near side. James Lewis split to the near side here. Dupree is back to pass, and he's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to be swallowed.
5th sack. Sammy Solomon, number 90. Dante Bavani.
Dupree keeps the ball. And he's brought down by Sammy Solomon.
F.J. Bertini.
Looks like Dante Bavani in there as well.
There you
And
go.
the
Sack on
Warriors will
4th
take
down.
over. 1st down and 10.
Right, they buckled up their chin straps. They tugged down their.
Out of game. Out of game.
About the 38-yard line.
Good pressure up that middle, and that's what you need against a taller quarterback because he's not as likely to scramble to the perimeter.
Right.
He's more likely to
He's
step
gonna
up in
stay
the
right
pocket.
there, right.
Thing is, he's so tall, he steps up in the pocket. That's almost an advantage to him. But we had nice pressure up the middle there. Sammy Solomon, Dante
Sammy Solomon beat
Bavani,
his
F.J.
man.
Bertini.
Beat his
Dylan
man and
Williams.
beat him to the hole.
So
Put that-
first down for the Warriors.
all I have to say is let them put that loaf of bread out there again.
At the 38-yard line. DeLuca takes the snap.
Okay,
He'll
here
pitch
we
to
go.
Harris.
Leo
He's looking for
Harris.
room behind Nick Elko, and there's not much, and he is hit hard.
Toss to Leo Harris.
Garrett corner Usher. And he's going to have a
Tackled
loss.
by number 7.
Frank.
Garrett corner
Second and-
Usher.
We gotta step play side, get our head across, put a body on somebody.
Second
Keep the feet wide and drive, baby.
and 13 now, as there wasn't a lot of room over there.
Second down and 12.
2 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Warriors trail 7-0. So Lakeland's showing some good energy on defense here initially. Now we've got Dimitri DePietro and Jake Bush split to the right here,
Hey,
on
audible.
the near side. DeLuca back, and he is under pressure right away. And he's not going to have a lot of room, but he does make the most of it. Get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that is.
Dominic
Come
DeLuca.
on now, let's go.
He's on the carry.
Ross
He's going to
Douglas
lose
was
a
in
couple
there
more.
initially for the Chiefs. 6 foot, 250-pound sophomore. And that's going to give. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. Did well to do that. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. So a couple times in this game
It'll
we've
be
seen
3rd down and
3rd and
13
long
for
for the Warriors,
Warriors.
and we're not used to that down and distance for this Warrior team. So as you guys mentioned in that,
Just so
previous
you know,
series,
look, Bikes, he's got a mic on right there.
there were some
Just
guys
wa-
open. We just got to get them.
Yeah,
Gotta get him some time.
More time, Frank. A little bit more time.
Harris is split here to the far side along with Dimitri DePietro. And DeLuca will take the snap, and he's got number 23 on him, and over the middle. So looking for Brian Williams. But Jacob,
DeLuca's pass to Williams is
Jacob
incomplete.
Snipes came in from the left side, and nobody touched him. And Dominic DeLuca was under some heavy pressure early. Did well to get away from it.
And that's going to bring up a
Looking for
4th
Brian
down for the
Williams
Warriors.
near midfield, and passes just a little high. So Warriors have to give it back again here. 4:31 left in the first quarter. So still working on some things offensively, but we got to buckle down defensively and get the ball back once again. DeLuca takes the snap. Here's the punt.
Frank,
It's
they
a
got to
little
win the
end
line
over
of
end.
scrimmage.
It's
That's
gonna
where they
hit
got to
at the
win the
45
war,
and
at the
bounce
line
out.
of scrimmage.
So Dupree that time, the quarterback and linebacker, he was in fast on that punt and kind of pressured it.
Warriors
off a
punt
little earlier
to
than maybe
the
they wanted to-
Lakeland 48-yard
to hit it.
line, and that's where Lakeland will take over. 1st down and
Got a
10.
nice spot there as Lakeland takes the ball at their own 48. So field position is not working for the Warriors initially. And what do you got to do to make? You got to get a turnover. You got to
Turnover.
force a turnover.
Turnover's what happens.
When the field position is not working for you, you got to do something. You got to impose your will
Right.
and make something happen.
Got to flop the field somehow, and that's the way to do it.
So I like the pass rush. We saw that last series, and it looks like some guys are figuring some
Yeah.
things out defensively. Pre under center with that I formation. He's got a wing back pigeon. They'll send him in motion. And try to give to Spatar over the right side, and he's got it. Room down the right side and a first down.
Kobolewski down the right side. He picks up about 11 or 12. Finally brought out of bounds.
That's Spataro looks like he's a nice little runner.
And
He's
that's
got a
gonna be
good,
a first down and 10
good
for the
blend of
Chiefs.
quickness and strength. He is a sophomore. 5'8", 179. 5'8", 179.
Frank, we're not used to seeing this. We're not
Yeah.
used to seeing a team come out against the Warriors.
And look like we do.
Right.
Right.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
So first down run for Spataro that time. Give him 12 on the carry. First and 10, and we're just under 20 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Oh, it's going to be
Dupree gets to Spataro over the right side again, and he's got another nice hole. He's going to pick up 5, maybe 6, down inside
that's
the
gonna be
35.
Number 26 on the carry is going to pick up about 7.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Lakeland 7, Wyoming area nothing. So took a little punch in the gut, and now we see
Now we
where we
That's the
stand.
end of the first quarter.
That's all.
You know, coming into this game, a lot
With the
of
visiting Lakeland Chiefs.
controversy
7,
about a Wyoming
and
area
the
schedule,
Warriors,
but you know, we're 3A
0.
team. We're playing the teams that were scheduled, and you know, we know it was a down year team for the Wilkes-Barre teams, but the Warriors did avenge 2 losses against higher ranked opponents this year, Coughlin, Pittston area. They went on the road to play Lake Lehman and beat them 29-7. Lake Lehman was a team that played this team, Lakeland, last year. So I mean, it is what it is as far as a competition standpoint. But you can't take anything away from an 11-0 team. But you know, Lakeland plays some good competition there, and they come down. This is probably the most physical team we've seen all year, just by evidence of the first 12 minutes, and you have to find a way to answer it, right?
Well, Frank, end of the first quarter, Lakeland won the first quarter, but the team that wins the first quarter doesn't advance. So we just need to make a couple plays here and change the momentum.
it's,
And I think when we do, we're going to be rolling. But
time,
hats off to Lakeland in the first
Oh,
quarter.
definitely, yeah, they look
That's
nice.
right,
They look strong. But now it's time for those leaders, and they're not all seniors. Some of those leaders are juniors. Dominic DeLuca, F.J. Bercini, Derek Ambrosino, Brian Williams. And hey, settle down. You know, we'll work the plan, and let's get back in this game here. One score, and we're right back where we want to be.
That's right.
So
One big play, Frank.
One big play, yeah. So 2nd and 3 for the Chiefs as they move towards this east end zone under the scoreboard as we start the second quarter. He's got Jake Kovaleski, and he'll give it to Kovaleski over the middle. Sammy Solomon wrote him
Dupree
down.
hands off to Kovaleski. He's tackled by Sammy Solomon. Picks up a yard or 2.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down.
They're going to move the chains, Frank.
And that's going to be good for a first down.
So first down for
Ball
Lakeland
set at the 30-yard line.
on the first play of the second quarter. We're at the Wyoming area 30. Thomas Wajkowski checks in now. Dante Devani checks out. So got to find a way to slow this Lakeland running game down. Kovaleski, Spataro in that I formation. He's got 2 receivers split. He'll send number 2, Colin Walsh, in motion. He'll take a spot on the left end there, and the pitch is over the left side to Spataro, and he makes a move and gets past
Number 26 around the left side.
Ty Williamson, Cameron Carr.
It's like Cameron Carr in on the tackle.
4 or 5 yards. So Cameron Carr looked like he had a nice job outside contained, but Spataro did get a little step on him.
Matt Wajkowski in as well. And that's going to bring up a second down at about 6.
Hopefully we'll just out. We'll get tired. They don't have many subs over there.
Frank, it seems to me like they're running to strength. Let's see if that is a pattern here.
Sends pigeon in motion. Dupree does.
Not that time.
His own number on the right side. Derek Ambrosino did a
Nice,
great job.
very nice.
Shot. He fought off 2
Quarterback
blockers
keep.
to make that play.
And he is tackled by
Derek Ambrosino saved that
Petro
for
and
Raiders first
Ambrosino.
down. Fought off 2 blockers.
And that's gonna
Got
bring
face
up a
on the
second
3.
down- third
Gave
down and
Dimitri
5.
DePietro time to come up from his safety spot.
Frank, that's the kind of heart we're talking about.
Ambrosino,
That's
DePietro,
leadership,
both have
yeah.
had incredible years.
Yes, sir.
They're great ball players.
That's
Yes,
a
sir. I
big play.
agree.
Good play for this Warrior defense. It'll make it a 3rd and 6 now, 3rd and 5.
for the Chiefs. Also, James Lewis and Tom Pigeon to the right side. The three now is in the shotgun formation. They'll take a snap, and now there's a give to Taro, and they've got him.
Hey,
The game before he spun out of it. He'll get 2 or 3 yards before F.J. Buccini rides him down. Sammy Solomon having a nice game.
Number 26 on a carry, not much doing. Solomon
5 now.
makes the stop, and that's going to bring up a 4th
Frank,
down and 5.
I'm impressed at how well Solomon's played the last 2 weeks, given the fact that he was out with the ankle the whole year.
Most definitely. So the Chiefs have to get to just inside just outside of the 20. 4th and 5. They've got trips right here. Three takes the snap, and he is looking quickly for Pigeon over.
Great, Pat. Great.
Good cover.
And the Warriors would get possession.
Complete, brought down immediately by Leo Harris.
Frank, I don't think that kid knows he's a freshman.
And the Warriors will take
Don't tell
over, first down
After
and
the
10.
season. So the Chiefs putting their best athlete on the perimeter. Thomas Pigeon.
Well
takes the
spotted
ball,
at
made
the
a quick catch.
25-yard
Leo
line
Harris
of
came
the
right up
Warriors.
and stopped it. Great 4th down defensive stand again for the Warriors.
Here-
And now they need
Here
the
we go.
positive-
This is where
yeah.
it turns, right
They
here.
need
This
the
is where the
positive
worm is
momentum
going to
of
turn.
offense now to start to turn the tide of this game. DeLuca will
First
give
man
to the
through.
back, and that's Nick Yelko. And
and
Yep,
he's
that's
still
all we
going,
need.
right? Right, that's one way to word on a defense. Feed
Another
him a little bit
freshman.
of that.
Another
Nick
freshman,
Yelko,
right, Craig?
Right
Exactly
up the
right.
middle, picks up 5.
Future looks
It's going to be
good.
a second down for the Warriors,
So that-
5 yards.
That might be exactly what this offense needs right now is a heavy dose of Nick Yelko
Heavy dose of Nick
between the
Yelko.
guards.
Dylan
and,
Williams, Nick
soften
Yelko.
up that Lakeland interior so that we can make some
That's
great
right,
plays
Frank.
on the perimeter.
That's right, Frank. The numbers aren't very big over there, so you
Jake
wear
Bush
it down.
and Dimitri DePietro are split right.
Oops.
So coming back. You can't hurt yourself with mistakes like that, especially when you're starting to develop some positive
Be
momentum.
a move. It's going to be a false start on the Warriors. It's going to march it back 5.
Again, we talked about leadership and composure,
And it will
it's
be
a
second down and
play-by-play
10.
battle in a game like this, just to keep everybody on the same page. And you make a bad play, hey, you got to put it behind you. Now we got to get some yards. It's a play-by-play battle. DeLuca, and he'll call his own number, and he's got a couple of yards.
Very well defensed. Very well
Not
defensed.
sure if that was the play because he looked like he was looking to hand it off to somebody. And number 56.
DeLuca keeps it, picks up a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd down.
And at some point, they need Brian Williams or Dimitri DePietro to make a big 3rd down catch. They got to give Dominic DeLuca the time to see it. And don't forget about Derek Ambrosino. He's been a weapon.
Derek has got to be. He's got to be in this offense.
Brian Williams is split to the near side there. He's got I formation still on 3rd. He'll send Williams in motion. And play action. He's under pressure, but he's all right. Now he's going to step up. Now he's going to try to get what he can on his own on the ground and get back to the line.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. Take it.
I don't see a flag though.
That's it.
Clearly out of
Yeah. Oh
bounds.
no. That was a
There's a
bad
penalty on the play
mistake.
after
by
DeLuca is
Lakeland.
out of bounds.
Is there
They
a
had that
flag?
very well. They had that very well defensed, and it would have been 4th and 10.
Lakeland is indicating that the penalty's on the Warriors. It looked like Dominic was out of bounds, and then we saw a flag after that. But they're moving the chains here. So of course we'll follow maybe.
Frank, I don't know what game Lakeland was watching, but that was clearly on the Lakeland
Yeah, it
Chiefs.
looked like something happened out of bounds. We didn't see it clearly. But Dominic definitely had been spun out of bounds, and then something happened and the flag was thrown.
And the penalty is going to be against the Chiefs.
Challenge
The
for
late hit.
the Chiefs too. Obviously, they're
First
playing
and
very
10 Warriors
aggressively,
at the 40.
but they've got to stay away from the mistakes that are mistakes of aggression. Look at the shotgun. He steps back, takes a little deeper drop now.
Boy,
And he's under
we
pressure
are
again.
not
He gets a
getting
good
the
stiff arm.
blocking.
Now he's looking for Quinn Williamson. And it out of his hands.
DeLuca's pass incomplete.
Dominic's doing a great job out there eluding rushers because
Yeah,
they're coming.
There's been some pressure up the middle. And
That pitch and catch was there.
he hasn't been getting the looks that he's wanted, but he's been able to scramble away and make some yardage and get the pass off.
You would think they would call some quick hits. Things
Yeah, we
to
haven't
get
seen
them.
a lot of screens out of this offense, and maybe we will as the
I'm
game
just saying,
progresses.
quick little dump passes right over the center.
Coach Wyszynski has
Quick
a lot of
ones.
stuff in his arsenal.
Because
I'm
they're
sure-
coming hard
I'm
every single
sure,
time.
I'm sure after every series he's looking maybe for new things to do.
It's almost a delayed blitz, which is happening.
Warriors
I'm not
at
even sure if it is a blitz.
40, second and
it's
10.
just
They got a
regular
little-
pressure.
They got a little bunch set here, and he's going to give it to Harris over right side. He's got some room now, 4 or 5
I don't know if
yards.
Solomon was in the backfield, but that's 5 yards right there.
So we put those big bodies on the edge on
Leo
Sammy
Harris on the carry,
Solomon,
picks up
Derek
about
Ambrosino, and gave us Leo Harris some big guys to hide behind and run behind, and he's got a nice 5-yard carry there on second down. Bring up a 3rd and 5.
That sets up play action.
Good point. So 6:46 left in the first half. The Warriors trail 7-0, and they've got a critical 3rd and 5. We just talked about that a couple series ago. You got to make your 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 6s. And there's the give over
he's got-
center
come on,
to
baby.
Harris, and he's only got a couple.
2 yards.
It's going to be
Leo Harris, not much doing. And he's tackled by, looks like number 53,
Cross Douglas in on that tackle.
Ross Douglas.
Let me tell you, give the Lakeland
Gonna bring
Chiefs
up a
credit.
4th
They
down
came
and
here to
4
play
for
football
Warriors.
tonight.
Yes, they did.
They studied.
So it looks like the Warriors will punt the ball back to the Chiefs. Thomas Pidgeon, James Lewis back there for the Lakeland Chiefs, just inside their own 30. So if you're looking for a bright spot, it looks like there are some receivers open in these patterns, but we got to find a way to give Dominic some time to. And he's looking for a fake there on 4th down. And he's looking down the left sideline, and no,
Boy.
there's nothing there.
I tell you, I almost said, you think if
Looked
Coach
like it was-
Marenko was here, he'd call a fake punt.
Fake,
But
and
we would have
pass
snapped
is
it to the up
incomplete
back and ran
downfield.
around the end. But
So,
you gotta
yeah.
you gotta like that call. We're here to win.
Yeah,
If
give,
Coach
uh,
Branko was
win.
here, would have been shift to punt formation or something like that.
And they would have jumped.
Yes.
Was
And
it
they
4th and
always
5?
did.
Yeah, so you would have got the first down with an offside.
All right.
No, I think we were at 4, weren't we?
4th and 4.
And the Chiefs are first down and 10 at the Warriors' 46-yard line.
So trying to jumpstart the.
Got a gut check here. Somebody's got to tackle somebody right now.
This is a time where it's time to get tough up that middle. Dupree will send Pigeon in motion, and he'll turn and he play action, and he's looking over the
Oh,
left
he's wide
side,
open.
And he's got
Wide
a receiver.
open.
That's number 2. Before Dominic.
Oh, boy.
DeLuca.
Oh boy.
But he's going to be in for
Oh
the
boy.
touchdown.
All right. Got to keep coming. Got to keep coming, Warriors. Got to
CJ
keep coming,
Dupree's
baby.
pass is complete to number 9, Billy.
6'1", 200. So he hit him on a crossing pattern for about 10 yards, and he took it down the left sideline. Had a couple Warriors.
Pass is complete to number 2, Colin Walsh, and he's in for the second Lakeland touchdown of the evening.
Sideline for the 44-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs lead 13-0. So Billy Good here. That's the Chiefs sticker. And he'll be looking to extend that Chief lead to 14-0. Snap, and that's it. That's good, 14-0. Chiefs
And Billy Good's PAT is good. And with 5 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first half, it's Lakeland 14, Wyoming area 0.
I just want to go, Frank, if I may, go on the record and say, a long time ago when we played, if you were down 14-0, that was a lot to be down. In this day and age, 14 points, the way the Warriors score points, we come roaring right back, change your momentum a little bit, and win this game.
And you're right. 30, 40 years ago, a team would get up 14-0 and they keep it on the ground, pound it on the ground, try and keep those long possessions. And you're right. It was tough to come back from 2 scores, but not with this team. Not with an 11-0 team.
And Frank, I wish it was only 34.
But
Here we go, Warriors. Let's go.
It's definitely a gut check 2.0 time.
I love it. I love it.
You got that.
I got it.
All right, here we go, baby.
Billy Good set to kick off.
So 2 big pass
Back
plays.
to the Warriors is Harris, Williamson, and
Lakeland
Williams.
scores one directly on that 44-yard pass play to Colin Walsh, and then early in the first quarter, after the first turnover, it was a 40-yard pass play from Dupree to Thomas Pigeon, followed by a 9-yard carry for Giovanni Spataro, and the Warriors are down 14-0.
So the kick from Good will be taken at the 18 by Leo Harris.
Come on,
And he's
Leo.
up over the left side.
Come on,
he's
Leo.
looking for room. He's got room.
Come on, Leo.
Blockers. And he's past midfield.
Leo Harris.
The handle
All
on
right,
the ball.
all right.
Return.
Gotta keep coming. Gotta keep
And
coming,
Lakeland
guys.
does
fumbles the
recover.
ball at the end of the play, and it looks like Lakeland recovers.
That's credited to Chris Mellon, 6'2", 175 junior.
Hey, that was
So
that
Leo
was a tough
Harris,
break.
yeah, it was tough.
You got a tough break, but that's a freshman
That's-
making a
yeah.
great play.
Yeah.
Got to hold on to the ball.
And the Chiefs are first down and 10 at their own.
Yeah, your heart kind of
43-yard
breaks for a
line.
kid like that, freshman in a high
He was trying to make a big
high-performing
play,
situation.
that's
Yeah, but that's all right. He's back. He's out there. He's going to make a play for this defense. Dupree, a little play action, and he's going to look down the left sideline
Nothing there.
now, and it's well
Nothing
over
there.
the pass receivers.
CJ Dupree's pass is incomplete.
You know, and ironically, sometimes a play like that actually works in your, because now it's like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
No more mistakes. We got to win every down, every series, and you know, let's hope it does for the Warriors. But defensively.
I just think the Warriors got to stun a little bit on that D line.
Defensively, we're looking for that turnover. We're looking for that hard hit
Weakness there. We just got
to kind of turn the momentum. 2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs, and there's a little confusion there along the line. I don't know if somebody lined up offside.
All right, there we go. Take it.
take that.
And the Chiefs
Be
are going to back
moving
up 5
on
yards there.
the Lakeland Chiefs, and that'll be a 2nd down and 15.
You could almost bet, Frank, that was going to be a big play there. They were going to try something. Somebody forgot their.
So the Chiefs will back up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
And number 2, Colin Walsh, will go in motion there.
Counter.
And the give is over the left side to Spataro, and he's got some room. He spins away. Spun away from a couple
26 on the
tacklers
carry.
before F.J. Bertini and Dominic DeLuca bring him down there.
Frank
But it is a
Sammy had
nice-
him in the hole.
Mike Bertini in on the tackle along with Ambrosino.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. You know, I don't see all the comments when they come through. I saw somebody said, "Are you throwing the freshman under the bus?" No, nobody up here is throwing any freshman under the bus.
Sir.
He made a great play. He had a
3rd
great
down
game
and 8.
last week.
No, I
And,
think they were saying throw the freshman
Oh,
under
no,
the
don't
bus.
do that. Hey, Leo Harris is going to, when Leo Harris is done here in 3 years, he's going to be a name that Warrior fans remember forever.
I can't forget it now.
Dupree takes a stab. It's a little low, and now he's going to have to step up. And there's a penalty flag, and he's going to be dumped.
Number 18 quarterback keeps the ball,
Wysocki picks up the flag.
and he looks like he's brought down by Bertini, and there is a flag on the play.
Hold it.
There you
I
go.
don't know what the call is.
To do that, Frank,
Hold it.
but excitement got into me.
I know what the call. I don't know what the call was, but definitely seeing a little more energy
That's
and
gonna be a
intensity out of this
hold
Wyoming
on
area
Lakeland.
defense.
Frank, that time the Warriors were in the backfield before you can get set up. And I think they're starting to get pressure. on
I
that center
think
crowd
they're
because the ball's
I think they're
not
starting to get
coming out
mad. I think this
as
defense is
smooth.
starting to get mad and saying, "Hey, that's
right.
enough."
I think Sammy Solomon and
Yep.
Elko down there and Cameron Carr, I think they're starting to get
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 22
So-
for the Chiefs.
So you see the adjustment they've made on the front line. They got Nick Elko, Sammy Solomon, Matt Wykowski, Cameron Carr. They got some beef there. Derek Ambrosino and Cameron Carr, the ends, obviously. Dupree is going to step back, and he's under pressure from Elko. He's got a little screen to Spataro, and he's got some room. And Quay Williamson puts a helmet into him.
Still short of a
Stop him.
first down.
Yep.
Dupree's pass is complete to number 26, Spataro.
Nick Elko was in the backfield very quickly there for the Warriors. Spataro made a nice play on that screen.
Picks up about 20.
And let me tell you, Nick
give,
Elko, another freshman.
And
We
it
a
looks
lot
like
of
it's gonna be
underclassmen on this
fourth
team.
down and
Give Quay Williamson a lot of credit staying with that play. And if he doesn't put a helmet on
50-yard
Giovanni
line.
Spataro right there, they've got a first down.
We also had a linebacker slip on the
First down
mud.
and more. So
We
this
have to remember the middle of that field is still muddy from last week.
So this is the first time we'll see the punt unit for the Chiefs. And it's Billy Good now who has
Wait a minute,
kicking
Coach. Do we
duties.
need a timeout here? How many guys we got out there?
2,
4, 7,
Get a
10.
timeout?
10.
10 guys.
10. We got 10 guys out there.
10 guys.
There goes
10 guys.
Ambrosino.
Let's go.
What's
Well,
that?
back.
Fortunately,
delay of game penalty
Lakeland
against
was
the
as
Chiefs.
confused as we were, and
Yeah.
they ended up getting a delay
Hey,
of game. They didn't want that.
Yep.
No.
So that'll force the Chiefs back 5 yards. Good will set up on his own
Oh,
30, and it's a
baby!
high snap. He does a great job to get a hold of it, but it comes off the side of his foot. It's partially blocked,
All right,
There you
good.
go.
Good
and
field
the Warriors
position.
will have nice field position.
All right.
So it looks like maybe Derek Ambrosino got in there, got a piece of it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the Lakeland punter did a heck of a job to prevent that from going over his head.
Hey, we got 3 minutes, 7 seconds. We go down, get a score, get the momentum. It's a whole
Different
new
ball
ball
game.
game.
That's right.
Good punt
So we'll see what
to about the Warrior 41.
Coach Mashinsky dials up here. You're going to stay with us for, you'll be our halftime interview.
Well, you
We have
got-
no band.
There's no band.
Luca in the shotgun formation. He takes a
Plenty
deep
of
drop,
time.
and He is looking
Plenty
for
of
fireworks.
time.
He has him.
There
At
you
the
go.
40-yard
Lucas
line.
pass is complete to number 6 for the Warriors.
That's all we need to do.
Williams.
Just like that.
Right, but whatever
That's all we need to
adjustment
do.
they made at that
And that'll be a first down for the Warriors. Ball out about
Big first down play for the Warriors. DeLuca looked like he took a little deeper
40-yard
drop that
line
time.
of Lakeland.
Had a little better vision of what was in front of him. Brian Williams makes the great catch at the 40-yard line. of the
Frank, I
Chiefs.
watched that middle linebacker try to shoot the gap, and he got stuffed in the middle.
First and 10 for the
Well, I'm
Warriors.
sure Coach Fonte was
We've got
having a
Leo
discussion
Harris
with the boys.
and Dimitri DePietro split to the far side. DeLuca takes the snap. He's got some time, and now he's going to have to get away from pressure. And he's got Derek Ambrosino inside the 30 and down to the 23-yard line for an 18-yard gain that time.
Tackled by corner Usher.
To know where he was on the field.
That will be the change for the Warriors.
I'm telling you, I don't know how close he was to the line of scrimmage, but he was close.
Hey,
20.
showed a lot of poise in that pocket.
2-yard line.
Felt that pressure from the backside, stepped up. Derek Ambrosino was open. 2 passing first downs on 2 consecutive plays. And they are at the 23-yard line. And now they give us to Nick Elko, and he's got 3,
That's
4,
what I'm
5
telling you.
yards,
Brand new
pushing
ball game.
ahead
Brand new ball game. Here we come.
down to the 17-yard line.
You're starting to see the change in the trenches. The trenches are starting. We're digging a deeper
It's
hole now.
it's good to see a healthy Nick Elko. I don't
Nicholas
know.
Elko on the carry.
He hasn't
Picks
carried the
up
ball a
about
lot
5.
this year, but I don't know that I've seen him tackled for a loss because he's got good balance.
Frank, how much does he weigh?
He's listed at 260.
Like 2 years ago, he was playing Little League.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. So 2nd and 4 now for the Warriors. They got a pro set. They'll send Brian Williams in motion orbit, and he's got the ball. No, it's a fake. And Dominic DeLuca is inside the 10.
Wow, what a ball player he is. He's the heart and soul of the team.
And that's going to be good for a Warrior first down.
And you see Dominic jump up with a little more energy there as this Warrior offense has got the momentum going their way. I like that play call. Faked us out. Looked like Brian Williams got the pitch, and then Dominic
And
DeLuca
that's
took
going
it
to be
over left
first and goal
guard.
for the Warriors.
First and goal just inside the 10. We've got 1:34 left in the first half. I formation, Nick Elko, Leo Harris. There's to give to Harris over right side. He spins away from contact.
Tough kid.
That got him about a yard.
Tough kid.
Harris on the carry. And
Number
he is
53,
tackled by
Cross
number
Douglas,
53,
came up.
Douglas.
Bring down of a 2nd and goal.
Look for
From the
fate.
8,
Look for a fate
114.
here. Either here or the next play.
Sammy Solomon checks in, and Dimitri DePietro is going to check out. So yeah, look for something maybe on the perimeter. Brian Williams, Derek Ambrosino.
Ambrosino in the corner. Yeah.
Nick Elko has got a touchdown pass this year.
Frank, Lakeland's worried about him now running that ball.
Takes the snap. He's rolling right. He's looking for Sammy Solomon. No, he comes back. Now he's going up the middle. And he's got some room, and he's going to race to the end zone. He's there for the touchdown! 9-yard scramble by Dominic DeLuca. Is there a flag?
There's a flag on the field, but
There's a penalty flag on the play.
So we'll wait for the call.
Sorry, everybody. It's a little bit windy up here on top of the press box, and our
So DeLuca
device is moving around a
scrambled
little
right.
bit.
He actually had Sammy Solomon in the flat there. I don't know who else was an intended receiver. And that will be a Warrior touchdown.
Good catch there, Carl. Good
Wave off
catch.
that penalty. But Dominic DeLuca made another just Superman play.
Broke free in the end zone, but he was being held.
So
He
that's
grabbed the hold of his jersey, and that's why he came back to the sideline with his jersey up.
you can say a lot of things about Dominic DeLuca positive. Yeah, he's a competitor. What a competitor! And down 14-0, and he's
Frank, I'm not
is
making
willing his team
comparisons
to
here.
come back.
I'm not
just
making no comparisons here, but
that-
this kid he reminds me of Tom Brady.
he's got that.
Well, I tell you what, as
can
far as
scramble, yeah.
toughness,
Yeah.
he's Nick O'Brien
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
He's Nick O'Brien tough, and that's
Number
about
7.
as high a
Going
compliment
out hurt.
as
I think
you
he's their
can
starting
show.
linebacker.
And thank you,
That could be
Garrett
key.
corner rusher.
That could be very important for because they're not deep. They don't have a big bench.
So Leah Cranston back from her state playoff game on for the extra point.
I got to watch Aaliyah today.
With 38 seconds left.
Right here.
There's the snap and the kick,
Oh, baby.
and it's good.
It's through.
Yeah, somebody got a piece of it, but it
It's
went
all
through.
right.
So here's
And then you don't
Here's
get
a-
style points for extra points.
another
PAT
cliche
is
you
good.
hear all the time, right? Big players play big in big games.
That's right.
And the
Dominic
Warriors
DeLuca
bring it to
just
within
had a very
7
big series
with 38
there,
seconds
when this
left
team
in the
needed it
first
most
half.
to close that gap.
That's right.
Lakeland Chiefs 14
Ryan
and the
Williams,
Wyoming
another
area
leader.
Warriors 7.
And that Warrior offensive line is starting to answer the challenge. Mike Amato, Patrick
That's right.
Nelson, Bryce Hinkle, Matt Wykowski, Derek Ambrosino. Nice series for the Warriors.
Frank,
Nice to see them
if you
get some
can't move the
yards.
pile, you can't go nowhere,
yep.
right? So you got to get the dozers moving.
So 39 seconds left in the first half, and the Warriors now trail
Scary, right?
14-7.
Got it going, baby. Got it going.
You're up to
Yeah, we'll get the ball at half.
197.
Right. Okay, here we go. Then.
Jaden Russin will have the kickoff. And after that penalty,
Frank, I don't know.
penalty is assessed on the kickoff. So Jaden Russin will kick from the 50. And he's got the 2 Lakeland Chiefs standing inside his 5.
Squirt it. Keep it on the ground.
Here's the kick, and it is deep, and it's going to drive him back to the 2-yard line. And that looks like Colin Walsh, and he comes up the middle.
Well, there's a
And
pep in
he
the step
hit hard.
right now.
Anthony Scalzo rides him down there.
Got it.
Is there a fumble?
Got it.
Jacob Williams.
And
The ball was on the ground. You didn't blow the whistle. Oh.
return is to about the 26-yard line.
I didn't hear no whistle, Frank.
Here we go, baby.
So Dimitri
Here we go.
DePietro came up right away, and he was saying our ball. But it's not what the officials saw.
See the come on, Frank.
Be interesting to see if Lakeland just takes a knee here and takes a lead in
Right.
halftime.
I would think they would, but hey, I'm not Jeff Wasilchek. Yeah. Hey, they've had some big plays this first half. So Dupree will send James Lewis to the near side, Thomas Pigeon to the far side, and they've got an I formation. And he's barking out some Peyton Manning calls
Okay,
there.
Omaha, did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
And he will give to Spataro over left side, and
All right,
that
there you go.
time
I'm
Jacob
telling
Williams
you.
came up nice. Cameron Clark came up nice.
26 on the carry.
That will be the last play of the half, I believe.
Tackled by Jacob Williams
Yeah, the
and
clock
Cameron
runs down.
Carr
About 10 seconds
after
left.
about a 2-yard gain.
They're going to let it run out, Frank. Frank.
So answered the bell after going down 14-0. Looks like they'll go into half trailing 14-7 in this District 2 3A playoff game.
And that's your first half.
You can say we're gonna
And
send
that's your first half.
we're gonna send our cameraman downstairs because he's got shorts on to warm
Lakeland
up.
Chiefs 14
I wanted to
and
mention
Warriors
that Craig
7.
was talking
We don't
about that the wind is whipping up here. I'm like, well, Craig, maybe put some clothes on.
Well, he's got this.
Superstitious. They've been winning.
Yeah,
with
he's got
Holy.
this he's got this superstition. He wants to wear shorts all year because it's been working for the Warriors.
I'm superstitious. Can I ask a silly question, Frank? Why are we on top of the building instead of inside where it's warm?
We're trying. I think I'd like to answer that, Frank, if I could. You could have your own. I think what we're trying to do, Lou, is to get the feel of the game.
We have it.
So it looks like we're gonna have the Lakeland band. So that's good. I gotta let Craig know that we're low battery because he might have to plug in here. So I'll be right back. Hey, boss.
Yeah,
Tell.
you know what? I have my charger.
Oh yeah, I'm
Frank, if it'll
gonna
fit that.
take mine off here. I'm gonna put it on you.
All right.
So
You're a brave man.
I'll-
giving me the microphone.
I will only be gone
How-
a short
how-
time.
What's our?
You
I'm
have to
taking
behave-
over.
You have to
Do you-
behave yourself.
Do you remember who when Reagan got shot? Who was it? Alexander Haig.
Alexander Haig, I'm in
He
charge
was
here.
Secretary of State.
I
I'm
do.
taking
Yeah.
over. This is my dream
I'm
shot.
old.
Good evening,
I'm old enough to
ladies
remember
and
that.
gentlemen.
All right, we'll let the band play here.
2018 Lakeland Band and
then
Drill
we'll
Team
get you
are
for a
proud
little
to
bit of an
present this
interview.
year's show, A Night at the Movies. Musical selections will be from Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars, and The Avengers. The Lakeland Band and Drill Team are under the direction of Mr. Brian Brophy. Drill Team dances and visuals were choreographed by Mrs. Mara Locke. This year's drum majors are Mr. Lucas Osborne and Miss Gabriella Combs. Drill Team captains are Miss Abigail Chase and Miss Abigail Uzalko. And this year's Miss Chief is Miss Haley Saknovich.
We're gonna take this off for a second while I charge that phone. You can take yours out. Yeah, you just flip it on there.
And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy our show, A Night at the Movies.
Oh, is this a PIAA announcer? That we got?
I don't know what's going on.
It's probably the band's own announcer.
Yep.
Oh, it is Ange?
So once the band is done, we'll go over like some
Pirates
conversations
of the
and stuff.
Caribbean.
All right, great.
Do we have the like the monthly donation one ready to go?
Yeah, no, we've got that all ready to go,
I
and,
think
and
that's
on,
gonna be a winner.
on top of that, we're gonna have about an $18,000 bill to fix the electronics on the scoreboard. So we're gonna need every dime right now.
I think we need a Warrior Cruise where we all pay like $4,000 or $5,000 and go top shelf, and $2,000 each goes towards the Warriors.
No, this is sweet. This is one of our viewers. She was queen. Her mother wanted a shout out. Isn't that sweet?
That is sweet.
So Lou, how many days you work out down there with Andy?
I work out with Andy one day, and I probably work out 6 days a week.
Okay.
You know, I'm doing. You ever see those ads for Peloton? I got one of those in my basement. I do that 3 times a week, run twice a week, and then go with Andy.
Wow.
Andy makes me do things I couldn't do to myself. You know what I mean?
Andy's a good guy.
Andy's a really good guy. I hope he does okay. I think he was doing. We're not on the air. So, I guess just done. I have a really arthritic knee, and I'm doing things now that I couldn't do 10 years ago. I mean, I've been working that long. He's got me deadlifting every day. It's, so,
Lou, did you know that he's a very good golfer?
he knows a black belt, right?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, no.
I didn't know that.
Yep. He's quite a guy. He's a very religious guy. He's
Yeah, I
very,
know that. I
He's
know
a
that.
very good man. My dad was training with him. My dad loved him. Now, my dad's going to rehab now, but my dad loves him. My brother Junior trained with him. My wife, I don't know if she's training with him or his partner right now.
Yeah, he's I played with him. He plays in my golf league, in our golf league. And I just watch him crush the ball. It's like unbelievable.
I have a good feeling about this game.
Yes, sir.
I really do.
I do
really
too.
I knew this was going to be physical.
Well, I tell you something. I don't know how many years ago because it's all melting together. It was about 20 years ago. We were playing with a Division II schedule, and we went over to Princeton, and they said, "Oh, we don't play anybody," and they were up 14-0 on us, and then we just whooped them. Like we won like 42-0, 42-14 rather. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I think I can get on a roll because, like you said, they got small numbers over there.
The adjustments
I
are there.
think they've already given us their best punches.
Right. You're exactly right. Oh yeah, but I think we're starting to get the gist of
I tell you what, I think the key in the first half is when Theo made that incredible run and fumbled. That was helping.
That's right.
I think that was key.
Well, you know what the normal teams would be? Oh, we fumbled. No, you're right. The more you
Big
pick
stand.
themselves up and they say, that's it.
Critical defensive stand. Oh, I do so. I do enjoy stepping up. Whatever problems we were having recovery, and I think that Dominic's going to start picking them apart.
Oh yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Lakeland's been tough for 40 years. They've got tough out.
Always been tough. Well, I remember 6 years ago they came down there when they played for a district title. Oh, I like that music.
Star Wars.
Boy, that takes me back quite a few years, right? 40-some years.
1978. I think it was 1977. 1970.
Lou, this is a question for you, if you don't mind. Frank, can you answer this?
That's probably one. Little, right?
Everything okay? I get a press box. baseball, right? Or no? Track and baseball, maybe?
Oh, I think it's only one. I think it's only one. We played in one day. Played 2 state playoff games in the same day. So it could be anything. We're saying one, at least. So we'll see what he says.
This isn't a state playoff game.
Right. That's true.
This is a district playoff.
Oh, okay. He has his information wrong.
Right. So it's not states until after you win districts. But it's still, if he's talking about Aaliyah, it's still quite a feat.
That's right.
And then I don't know if we've had a baseball team in the state playoffs with one of our track athletes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a girls softball, right?
Right.
That would be the only, because the only other thing you can see is like wrestling and basketball, but that wouldn't happen.
No.
I've seen our wrestlers play basketball, you know, and I've seen our basketball players wrestle. It just doesn't match.
No. Lou, do you read my column at all?
I do. It's awesome. It's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you, sir.
Carl, it's awesome. You and Eddie Ackerman are my 2 favorite writers.
Oh, thanks. That's a great compliment, Lou. Thank you.
He's got a public speaking class. I'm the guest lecturer on Monday.
Is that open to the public?
I don't know if he's going to take me.
I would like to hear you speak. I'm just at my church.
He's a great guy. Is that the church you wrote about this weekend? Probably. Look at his article this week.
I will.
I think it was colder in Doylestown.
Yeah.
Man, we went, so I went for a run 5 o'clock this morning, and then I'm breaking these with Lewis, mid to late morning. I didn't think it was that cold. We jump in the car, Allentown rest stop. I get out, and my whole wind was whipping. It was whipping.
It was here. Like I went for a walk at about noon. It was. I didn't go as far as I usually do because it was whipping pretty good. But when I got here tonight, I'm like, oh, the wind's like down.
But I tell you what, I got my heaviest Under Armour on. I got 2 hats on, gloves, pair of socks.
Yes, sir.
And Craig's up here with shorts. I don't know, you know, Charlie McDermott used to
Oh
do
yeah.
that. He used to
Yep. All right, so they're coming out.
Okay.
All right. I want to charge this, but we're on. Come on in real close. So as the Lakeland band leaves the field, and that was a nice little treat because we didn't have our Wyoming area band here tonight. We got about 2 minutes before the Warriors come back on the field. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen you, boss. We
Well,
said,
do you know, last week in the rain, I was right below you, nice and dry. And then when we got the early lead, my son Nicholas was soaking wet. I took him home, and I figured I'd call it a night.
You did the right thing. So,
but it's always a great pleasure to be here helping you broadcast some Wyoming area football. You guys do an incredible job. My hat's off to you, Frank, and to you, Carl, and Craig, the crazy man with shorts on.
Well, we love it. We love the program. We love the alumni, and they really support us. And
Yes,
you know,
sir.
we get the playoff time. They want some money per game, and we appreciate you guys sponsoring us to be able to do this. But hey, talk about some things maybe for the off season, which we hope is 4 or 5 weeks away yet. But you know, there's Warrior football never sleeps, and we've got some challenges ahead of us in terms of fundraising.
There's still a lot of football to play, and I think like the public really thinks that the Alumni Association is all about the Ring of Pride. And while that's a big part of what we do, we're responsible for raising a lot of money. 2 years ago, we needed, I guess it's 3 years ago now, we needed new lockers, and the alumni wrote a check for $45,000 for the locker. We've done $100,000 worth of scholarships in the last 20 years. We've probably done $250,000 worth of weights and technology and 7-man sleds and lunches for when the players, when we were playing out of town. So our cash flow is vital to running the team. Next year, believe it or not, that new scoreboard is 20 years old already, and we need a new electronic system that unfortunately is $20,000. So we're going to be going into a big fundraising mode. Something we've been talking about for a couple years is now available. You know, you can be a member of the Alumni Association for as little as $5 a month. And if you're interested in making a monthly donation to the alumni, please go on Independent Graphics website and send me an email, and we're going to be getting that going as of December of 2018. We're going to be able to make automated payments from your checking account. And like I said, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can do per month, it's greatly appreciated. Our big fundraiser will be the third weekend in July, where we do the golf tournament coupled with Warrior Pride Camp. And
we have about 1,100 people on our Facebook page, so we'll get the information out to them via the Facebook page. Nick Perugini, I've called through his Facebook page, Verbally Intoxicated. We'll get that word out, and I'm sure Warrior Nation will respond, as it always does, to the degree that it's needed. So appreciate what you guys do, and we know, like you said, there's going to be a challenge replacing that scoreboard, because we want to be class at all levels. We're looking ways to improve our broadcast for next year, because we always want to be class at all levels of representation for the program.
Well, I tell you, back in the old days, 25 years ago, when the program needed money, Coach Marenka could get on the phone and call Jake Zabeski, the school board, and say, we need extra couple bucks this year. The bucks aren't there, so it's up to the alumni to supplement the income for the program, so we could keep doing things first rate. So let's play some football. Enough of me. Let's play some football. Let's go.
It's good to know what's going on, and we'll certainly get the word out and support that.
Craig, it's good to see you. Did you get warmed up?
It's much warmer in there.
Wyoming area Warriors will kick off to begin the third quarter.
Here's my prediction. In 24 minutes of football, there will be 2 Wyoming area teams that had 12 wins. Not just one. I feel it. It's been a long time coming.
I'm with you, Lou.
So now, if that gets low again, we'll just pull this out. If that gets low again, and we think we're running too low, we'll plug it in.
Yeah.
So the Warriors will kick to the Chiefs. We'll start the second half.
Frank, I love this foot that's going to be on the ball here momentarily. Pin him
Jada
deep.
Russell, yeah.
Pin him deep.
But boy, have we ever been as deep at kicker as we are this year?
Oh, amazing.
And that's a big credit to Coach Kim Pace, who
Oh man, he does a great job.
some program is going to find out about him soon and take him away from us.
He's not going
kick for
anywhere.
Russell, and it's taken
not
at the
going
22-yard line. He's good. That's number 19
Not
for
going
the Chiefs.
anywhere.
And Quay Williamson.
New football team, new game, baby.
Number
New game.
19
Down, 25-yard line. So that was Mike Page.
for the Chiefs.
Sophomore, 5'8", 135.
Returns the ball, and he is brought down
Quay
by
Williamson did a nice job of bringing him down inside the
place number
30.
19, Jake Brooks.
So anytime at the high school level, anytime you can start a team inside their
And the ball
30,
is placed at
that's-
about the 28-yard
that's a
line.
good
First down and
transaction
10,
for your
Lakeland.
special teams.
Frank, I want you to watch the left-hand side of this defensive line.
Dupree comes out with Lewis and Pigeon split to the far and near side. And he turns and gives to Spataro over the right side, and he steps and dances his way for a couple yards before Cameron
26
Carr
on a
hangs
carry, brought down by Carr.
and he got about 3 or 4 yards, maybe 5 yards. So hey, there's no question, Giovanni Spataro is a big primetime player, and we're
Matt
going to have to
Wyakowski in there as well. It's going to be
do
a
some things
second
to
down.
slow him down in
about
that second
4.
half. Now Dylan Williams checks out. Nick Elko checks back in for some size. Got 2nd and 5 now for the Chiefs. Got Lewis split to the far side, pigeon to the near side here.
Elko's
He'll
filling in
drop
at linebacker
to
right
Petro.
now.
Dupree will turn and give to the up man. That's Kovaleski, and he's still down. I think Sammy Solomon just stuck out a big arm and knocked him down.
Kovaleski straight up the middle, picks up a few. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2.
Josh Kovaleski.
How about that? A freshman linebacker, too.
Hey, how about we are so deep and so young. I know we're going to have a great second half, but the future is also bright.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 2 now for the Chiefs. And at their own 36, there's 10:43 left in this 3rd quarter. And there's the pitch to Spataro over left side, and he's going to have the first down with some tough running before Cameron Carr brings him down again.
They realize they can't run up the middle, so they're going to try the
So we're
outside.
going to try more of the perimeter.
Pitch to the left side. That's good for a Chiefs first down.
Nice 3rd down carry for Spataro, and the Chiefs have a first down here. Just past their own 40, called the 41. 10:27 left. If you're just joining us for this second half, the Chiefs lead 14-7 over the Warriors. Tighter set now, and he'll send Pigeon in motion.
Come right.
Yep, right into the heart of
And
the
there's a fumble.
Oh!
And I think he got it back. But obviously
Fumble
that
on the
moves
snap.
play up.
Now you got 2nd and long, just what we
and
want.
It's
here,
going to be a
2nd and long.
2nd down
There you go, Warriors.
and 10.
Solomon and Wyakowski.
Solomon and
Eat it up.
Wyakowski, yeah. So
What a year
obvious-
Wyakowski's had.
Yes.
What do you ask?
No. He said, what a year Wakoski had.
Well, Matt is a senior, Thomas is a sophomore. 2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs. And they're going to bring everybody in a little tighter formation. Got a wingback pigeon there.
Stay home. Stay home.
And there's a
There you go.
flag on
Delay
the play.
game. Motion.
Illegal motion. Lined up
Going
left
to be
sides or
movement
what?
on Lakeland.
Hey, it's the nerves, Frank.
So the Chiefs with a
Now
fumbled
marching
snap
back 5. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
and an illegal motion penalty. And that'll put them in the second.
Look for them to put it in the air now.
You know, and
After getting that first down.
Carl was saying that at halftime, look for this quarterback to put in the air, look for a pick. That's what we're looking for right now.
Yep.
Little turnover city.
The Warriors are baitmen.
Yeah, and in these games, any kind of turnover is going to be huge, especially in the second half. Got to protect the ball and try to take it away from the other team.
9-18.
So we got Nick Elko, you said at linebacker now. He's been alternating with Dylan Williams tonight, trying to fill that Corey-Ruck gap.
We just had a difference on the clock, and they just corrected it.
Right, the clock to the
9:15 left in the 3rd quarter. He's got that I formation Kovaleski and Spataro. And that looked like they were outside
I
there,
thought
right?
so.
And that's
Nice,
outside.
nice,
Outside.
That's the Warriors.
Nice.
Come on.
That's
Nice.
Number
That's
26
swarming
on the
defense.
carry.
F.J. Braccini was in there first, and he did enough to slow him
Ambrosino in on
to
the
allow
initial
Dimitri
tackle.
DiPietro and Derek Ambrosino to come up and stop him for no gain.
Frank, that was beautiful, even on a broken offensive.
Corey Williamson in on the
Hey, like I
assist,
said,
and that's going to be a
we
3rd
miss
down.
Corey Maruck. He's impossible
15.
to place. F.J. Braccini is a great linebacker. He's a leader.
FJ's doing
He knows
his
how to
job.
diagnose plays, and he's ready for the additional responsibilities that fall on his shoulders now that Corey is out, and he showed it on that play.
Frank, he's smart.
So
He's deliberate.
Dupree in shotgun formation now, and he'll take
8
the snap
minutes
and
and
he's rolling
24
to his
seconds.
left. Cameron Carr sets upon him, and he slips it over to Spataro. Quay Williamson comes up and
gets
he's
the
going to
first
get the
down.
first down.
First down. That's a nifty play. There's a lot of pressure on him.
It's complete to Spataro.
So Dupree was strong enough to kind of hold off Cameron Carr there on the left edge and get away.
Wait,
That's
wait,
going
Mark,
to be close
fourth
to a
down.
first down.
Fourth down. All right. Fourth down. Now what do you
Talk
do?
about a 4th down and 1.
As
Lou said, we marked it a little bit short. Fourth and about a half a yard.
Now, last time they only net about 4 or 5 yards on the punt, so maybe they're thinking, hey, district semis, third quarter, fourth and short, here we go. Or they could pull the old Marenka shift, but we'll never jump, right, boys?
We have not seen that play the entire year.
I have to think they're going over the right side to Spataro, strength against strength. And Deep Dupree takes it.
I don't think he got, maybe he
Close, yeah,
did. Maybe he did.
Yeah, he got it.
When you're 6'5", 250, and you could just square up and lean, that's a big weapon for an offense to have, yeah.
That's how big the quarterback is?
6'5", 250, yeah. Sophomore. CJ Dupree.
And that's going to be a
He and
Lakeland
Nick
first
Elko
down.
must be
Ball
going
placed
to
at
the
the
same
Warriors
restaurant.
38.
I wonder if they go down to Lindo's Sabatini's there.
Star Asia.
Holy
These guys
smokes.
are going to Star Asia.
Hey, I was gonna say, did you guys, when we were playing, think that you'd ever see a freshman 260-pound linebacker?
No, they're growing and bigger. First down now for the Chiefs, just inside the midfield. Dupree will turn to his left, and he's going to keep it himself, and Derek Abrazino brings him down.
Oh, no flag, no flag.
What a year
CJ
Abrazino's
Dupree
had. I
keeps it to
can't
the
say
left,
it enough.
not much doing.
It's so impressive.
See how much stronger he got this year, and to take, and this a couple times he's done
Like
it in
he's
this
brought
game
down
now,
by number 5,
where he's
Williamson.
taking on the big quarterback one-on-one and taking him down. So
There's my friend, Coach Manello, who was able to defeat Coach Sheptock today 3-0. It's a weight room game, Frank.
TFL tackle.
Second down and 12.
Second and 12 now for the Chiefs. 7:40.
Oh, that's a great
This is the
analogy.
first possession of the second half. And they are at midfield. We'll send Thomas Pigeon now to his far side. And he's going to send Pigeon in motion, and he'll take the ball around right in. He's got some yards.
Nice
before
tackle.
Number 27
Nice
on the
tackle.
carry.
Cameron Carr, who did
Picks
a great
up about
job.
4, and he's tackled by Cameron Carr.
So Cameron Carr took a bad step there. The training staff will have to go up, but he did a great job of staying with the play and getting down the line.
What do your cars had?
We got 2 of them.
Is that somebody else? Who's that?
Petro, yeah.
DePietro's extended his arm.
So 2 Warriors are going to be evaluated now. And there's been a lot of
Those are 2 boys that you don't want to sit out the rest of this ball game. I'll tell you that right now.
a lot of injuries this year for the Warriors.
It's going to be an official's timeout on the field.
Let's hope the way it came up maybe it was just a cramp. So when we get back on the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a 3rd and 9 for Lakeland. You think an obvious passing situation. And they have passed the ball well. Their primary receiver is that Thomas Pigeon, who just had a carry there around the right end on the jet sweep. And Dupree has also passed 4,000 yards, and he's shown when he's had time tonight that he's got a strong arm.
Frank, if Cameron can answer the call here, I think a great end over there might be Mr. Elko. For keeping Williams in the center.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Vice versa.
We'll have to see what they would have to do to compensate for that.
Make him a stand-up
unfortunate.
defensive end. He might do the job over there.
And Cameron has been a solid performer for us for a couple
years.
years now. Yeah, very talented athlete. I'll tell you a little story about Cameron Carr. He played lacrosse with us a couple years ago, and I think he was there like 3 or 4 days, and we had a scrimmage, and Coach Sean Rowland, who you know, Carl, right?
Sean, yes.
Put him in a JV game. He's looking around. The kid had 3 goals in about 5 minutes, and the coach is saying he doesn't even know how to shoot yet, and he's
right,
just a natural athlete.
He doesn't.
And,
right.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what he has.
Right.
Frank, since you're talking about tidbits, I'd like to throw one out there that I just learned today about our good friend number 11, Derek Ambrosino. Derek is a lacrosse long pole defender,
Right.
and he
He's
loves
lacrosse.
Jerry's Pizza in Wilkes-Barre.
Cameron Carr is not coming off the field.
No, he's staying out.
He's got to play one. He's got to come off
come
a play.
off one.
But he looks like he's stepping a little gingerly. I don't think we may have seen the last of him. Hopefully not. So
No,
3rd and 9.
he's going to be all right. I
Hey,
can tell.
Yeah, he's okay.
I can tell.
Jake Mikolajczyk steps in there. at left end. Dupree is going to be in an obvious passing situation. They're showing blitz. He'll take the snap. It's a little long. They're sitting by him, and it's Leo Harris, and he gets away, and he's being chased down the sideline, and he stopped short.
Boy, I tell you.
Jacob Williams staying with him.
He's tough
Let me
kid.
tell you, one, he should have been called down. But
Their
two,
favorite car go back on.
give the kid credit. That was great effort. That was a great effort play. Very interesting to see that it looks
Jacob
like
Williams
Lakeland is
another tackle.
electing to punt here.
Going to be short of first.
So Leo Harris was the
Gonna be
first
short
one in
of
on
the
him,
first down.
and shook him off, but he did
4th down and 4.
Now it looks like we have too many.
Oh, no. Come on, guys.
Hate taking a time out there.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. But
How many timeouts?
so I like to look at the positive side, right?
Warriors,
We're kicking.
timeout.
We kicked at the beginning of the second half down to touchdown. We got a couple first downs, but we were able to stop them, and now we're getting the ball back with a chance to tie. And we showed some good energy on that last drive of the first half, so we're looking to repeat on that momentum.
Right, you know what I'm curious about? Lakeland hasn't passed yet in the second half. And I'm wondering if something happened there. Maybe it's the Warrior.
Well, it definitely looked like they're getting a little more pressure.
The pressures are getting so.
Who is in for Cameron at right end?
Jacob.
Oh, he came
Nikolai.
flying through on that play.
Yeah.
He came flying through.
New set of legs.
Well, Jacob Mikolajczyk is a senior, and he's taken on a lot more responsibilities this year.
Let's see the snap. Let's see that last time
Yeah, that
the
was a
Lakeland
little-
snap was a little errant.
So it's a little slower in getting back now, and comes off the side of his foot, and that's going to roll inside the 20. Brian Williams is going to let it roll down to about the
All right.
11-yard line. There's a flag incoming from the
There's a flag on the play after the punt.
So that's going to be interesting.
Might be number
Back judge
38.
threw that flag.
Doing something wrong here, 28.
So we'll see if tempers are flaring and resulting in some penalties.
Oh, it's against them
Yeah,
because
because,
the Lakeland players are telling one of their guys, you can't be.
So somebody's getting a chewing out there.
Yep.
You can't give them field position after
Well,
you just
it's
pinned them.
just it reminds me back to that sideline play in the first half where Lakeland had us stomped and little unsportsmanlike penalty gave us a first down.
It's actually going against us.
Really?
Well, then it's a terrible call.
So the Warriors will start deep in there.
I didn't see the.
I didn't see it, but it must have been blatant because the official
Penalty
could not
against the
get that
Warriors.
flag out fast
1st
enough.
and 10 at the 5.
All right, now we just go 95 yards instead of 88.
Yeah, they're going to have to dig out of a hole here, maybe use Nick Elko a little bit. Cameron Carr checks in with Nick Elko to see make sure what the play is. Luke is under center. This is dangerous territory for the Warriors. And they give us the Harris
there
on the
goes
right
Leo!
side. He's got some
There
room.
goes Leo!
And he's close to a first down as he ran
Frank,
in
Leo,
front of
Leo's
Nick
got
Elko.
Leo Harris on the carry. Picks up about 8. Brought down by number 1 of the Lakeland Chiefs.
Frank, we're going to have to go to the power.
Frank, Leo's hips were on a swivel there.
Oh, it was 20%.
Yeah. Frank, our mics are dead.
Just going to go to the mic.
Yeah,
from
we're
the
going to go
phone.
to the microphone on the phone
Okay,
now.
very good.
Just get in here.
There's the give over
Nice
left
play, nice
side to
play.
Harrelson. He's got a couple before he stood up
Forward
by number
momentum might
7,
have the
Garrett,
first down.
corner rusher. Carl moving a little closer to us then.
Okay, that's all right.
Are you guys having trouble hearing me?
Again.
Do you want me to speak up a little?
We won't have any trouble hearing you.
That's going to be enough for a Warrior first
Okay, we
down.
have a
Okay, I
chief
missed
on
that
the
play.
field.
What
He's
do we
down.
have?
Let's hold off on
We have
our.
Lakeland Chief down,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
he's hurt.
So first down for the
5 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Lakeland is up 14, Wyoming area 7.
The Warriors have the ball on about the 16-yard line while they attend to that Lakeland Chief. We'll hope for the best for him. So you said something before that struck me, and I write these quotes down. So you said these kids don't know what talent they have, and they really
Right.
don't. Coming up as
They don't.
sophomores, freshmen, and you're just a kid. You don't know. So I wrote this one quote, and I hate the Cowboys, but this is Jimmy Johnson. Treat a person as he is, and he will remain as he is. treat him as what he could be, and he will become what he could be. Jimmy
That's right.
Johnson, a great
That's
coach
right.
from the Miami
I love
Hurricanes
that.
and the
I
Dallas
love that.
Cowboys.
I didn't know Jimmy. I didn't know that Jimmy said that, but
And
I
really,
love
that is the role of a coach,
I think he
coaching
got
staff.
that. I think he got that from Paterno.
And you
that.
have
What better way to motivate a kid
Right,
than to
you have a lot of coaches down there that see the talent in these kids
That's
and,
right.
and build them up
That's
and
right.
make them believe what they could be and make a kid like a freshman like Leo
That's
Harris
right.
know that he can contribute as a freshman and other players as well. Now, there goes Brian Williams in
Oh,
motion.
there we go, there we go.
and
Come on,
the pitch,
Dominic.
Dominic DeLuca is around left side. He's got some room. He's got a stiff arm. And There's
Okay.
a flag down.
Dominic DeLuca brings it to about the 20. There is a penalty on the play.
About the 20.
I hope you do.
So another play using motion with Brian Williams, and then Dominic took it around left side. He got on the perimeter here. He had some blockers out in front of him, but it looked like might be a penalty that
Yeah,
takes
I
us
think it's
back towards
holding,
the goal
Frank.
line.
That play, that was all effort on Dominic's part, and I tell you, Carl said Tom Brady, which is a good comparison, but in Wyoming area parlance, he's Nick O'Brien tough.
Penalty against the
You
Warriors.
can't give a higher compliment than that.
That's going to
Dominic
be
is
a
that
first
tough.
down and 17.
So first and 17.
All right,
for the
looks like
Warriors.
we're gonna go a little.
Shotgun. He's got Nick Elko back there with him. He'll take the
He's going
snap
up the
and he's
middle.
going to come over the right
Oh,
side.
yeah, go,
He's got
baby.
some room and he spins away.
There you go.
Corner
He's
brings
back
him
in the
down. And he's
original
up
DeLuca keeps the ball, gets it out to about 20-yard line.
My opinion is that he's more like Jamie
Second
Cutzer
and
tough.
7, second and 8.
Yeah, I'll give
Going
you
to
that.
bring up a second
I'll
down
give
and
you
7
that.
for the Warriors.
And that was a 10-yard carry
Warriors,
for
throw
Dominic
him on the
DeLuca.
sideline. Let's
When
get
you're
him
getting
moving.
compared to Nick O'Brien and Jamie Kutzer, you're doing pretty good.
Second and 7 now for the Warriors. DeLuca's in that shotgun formation. He's got Nick Elko back there for protection. And he's going to hit Leo Harris in the
giving us
flat
that.
here. And he's got some room around the left side before he's bumped
they're
down at
giving
the
us that.
7-yard line, close to a Warrior first down.
DeLuca's pass is complete
James Lewis and
to Leo
Colin
Harris,
Walsh were over there
and
for
that's going to
Lakeland.
be
And
enough
that's
for
gonna
a
move the
Warrior
chains.
first down.
Frank, sooner or later, Leo's going to break that. You keep giving him, you give him a little, he's going to take
Yeah.
a lot.
So first down for the Warriors at their own 27 as they start to move out of dangerous territory here. Going to have a 4-receiver set here with Harrows and Brian Williams split to the near side. He'll take
Oh,
the snap.
boy.
It gets away from him, but he picks it up. And now he's going to just look to, he's going to be loose 5 yards back there. So the snap got away from him
This
initially.
snap
Picked it up, tried to look for
results in
some
a big
room,
loss for the
there's just nothing
Warriors.
was there. Looked like number 26 for Lakeland. That's the Giovanni Spataro, and number 50 Antonio Spataro.
All right, that's an
They're on their
unfortunate play. We just got to keep coming here.
Second and 23 is
Believe me, as an old center, I've done that a few times in my day. So
Warriors
we're
have
just
to get
going
to
to
the
gloss
38
over that.
for a
Keep
first
going
down.
hard.
Hinkle's doing a great
Still,
job. Just keep
still with
doing
that
Great
his
job.
receiver split.
Great job. That snap was perfect.
And he's looking down the left side for Brian Williams.
baby.
And he's got the ball again at midfield.
Great pitch and catch. Great pitch and catch.
right across midfield, 50-yard line, and the Warriors.
40 yards and a first down for the Warriors.
That makes my comparison equal.
Brian Williams did a great job there, looking the ball in. He knew that the receiver hadn't got his head around and located the ball yet, and he just did a great job of positioning himself to make that
And let
catch.
the record show that started with a perfect snap from the center after he had it.
First and 10 for the Warriors at midfield. DeLuca takes the snap. He'll call his own number. He's behind Nick Elko. He's got a yard or two before Colin Walsh is on him. Call it a 2, maybe a second in, a long 8.
Nice drive here. Nice drive.
Well, they're not going to give him even 2, yeah.
Second down to 10.
No gain.
Defensive line.
So no gain on
I
that
can
play.
see them getting up there. They're not as happy as they were in the first half.
Tried to get up behind Nick Elko and find some room over that middle, but there wasn't much there. So second and 10 for the Warriors. Jake Bush and Dimitri DiPietro are split to the right. Harris and Brian Williams split to the near side. There's
I'm
the
telling you.
pass to Harris. He makes a move and he's got
They're
4 or
giving
5
me
yards.
A lot of room there.
Yep. I told you, you give him a little, he's going to
So
take
a
a
4 or
lot.
5 yard play
DeLuca's
in
pass
the
is
flat
complete to
on second
Harris.
down.
He's wearing one of the greatest numbers ever, buddy. He's got it in him. It's
Yeah.
in his
That's going to be 3rd down and 7, Wyoming area.
Made a nice move on the initial defender. And like you said, that could be there for a long one before the end of this game.
When he's in the slot, they're giving us a ton of room.
3rd and 7.
Look at our slot up top. Look how much room they're giving us, even both slots.
Look at this.
He's got time, and he is looking over the middle to Williams. He's got him at the 30-yard line. First
My
down
bad,
for the
guys, my
Warriors.
Williams pass complete. Williams.
So Coach Mashinsky has drawn up this 4-receiver set.
Williams.
I'm telling you, they're giving our slots a ton of room there.
Right now, it looks like
Warriors first down and
Coach
10.
Mashinsky is challenging Lakeland to stop Brian Williams and Leo Harris as receivers.
Frank, don't be surprised if you don't see a delay handoff to him.
All right, they just changed up here.
First down now, and he'll take it over the right side, and he's wrapped up pretty quickly there by number 56, Jonathan Nanowitz.
DeLuca takes the snap. He's tackled by number 56 of Lakeland.
So what Lakeland has been doing a good job of with this 4-receiver set is staying strong up the middle. There really hasn't been a lot of room for Dominic to run when he's tried that option. So that's a couple times now he's tried to call his own number out of that 4-receiver set. Not a lot of
Number
yardage.
18, C.J. Dupree in there for the
They
assist.
just got to
Second
say,
down
we're
and
getting our
11.
money's worth. What a ball game.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Still a 4-receiver set, and Nick
All right,
Yelko there.
They're smothering our slots now. Let's see
Second and 10.
See what Coach has up his sleeve.
Takes the snap, and he is looking for Williams, and there's a flag from the back judge. That'll be pass interference.
I hope so.
And the Lakeland chief, Billy Good, he's not happy about that.
Complete. There's a penalty on the play.
So with that 4-receiver set, trying to draw a favorable matchup with Harris or Brian Williams and make it a coverage problem for Lakeland, and either, hey, if it's not a catch and you can get a penalty, that moves the ball too.
I'm looking for.
There'll be a pass interference call against the Chiefs.
Dylan Williams, let him pound it through.
The Warriors are first down and 10 at the Lakeland 18-yard line.
Look for Dominic to call his own number here soon. That's
So
how we
first down for the
started
Warriors
first
at the
time.
18. Now he's got Quay Williamson back there with him and that 4-receiver set. And now he's going to look over to the left. He's got some room. He cuts it back towards the middle. He's at the 5. He's carrying Lakeland Chiefs into the end zone. Touchdown, Dominic DeLuca. 18-yard carry.
I say it happened.
Woo!
Thanks, Dominic, for making me look good, baby. How about that?
Someone asked for the score
Will,
a few seconds ago.
determination, keeping the legs pumping, stiff arms, and Dominic DeLuca wills his team to another touchdown with the chance to tie on this extra point.
Someone asked for the score a few minutes ago, and right now it's
14-13, awaiting the
Yes.
extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it looks good. And we are tied. 14-14.
new ball game, everyone. With 41 seconds left in the third quarter, we have a tie game.
And with 4 minutes
We're not
and
giving
10
the score
seconds
much.
left
Everybody's
in the
doing color up here. That's why. We're out of color up here today.
Tied at 14.
So our
How
junior
about them Warriors, baby?
our junior quarterback, on the strength of his
41
arm,
seconds.
on the strength of his legs, and on the strength of his heart, pulls us back to a tie with the Lakeland
41
Chiefs.
seconds in the third quarter.
14-14.
Boy, I tell you, Dominic makes another one of those plays, he's going to be up to Tony Langen tough.
Oh
baby.
yeah, well
Dude,
yeah. I was
baby.
gonna say that.
Now we're talking tough.
I was gonna say that because
Here we go, baby.
Tony Langen has the record, man. 12-0.
Jaden Russell set to kick off for the Warriors.
Here we go. Frank, what a show of, what did he say? What a show of, what is it, intestinal fortitude?
Intestinal
Testitude.
fortitude, yeah.
Yep. Just grit.
To be down
Just
14-0.
grinding it out.
Yep.
Down 14-0 and fight back.
So we're all square here. Third quarter, 14-14. Here's the kick from Russin. That's going to come down at about the 20. And he'll just take the ball there. That's number 13. That's Antonio Natali. Hey, there's a lot of good Italian names on this Lakeland Chief team. So, hey, we're trying to win this game tonight, but after the season, we can get
Yeah,
together
we're
with them.
going for dinner.
Yeah,
Dominic
we can get
DeLuca
together with
scored
them.
that one. Someone just asked who scored.
And again, and as was explained to me by the coaches, we're trying to keep them pinned inside the 30 on our kickoffs. So that's a couple times now I've been able to do that.
At the 23-yard line.
75 yards is a long way to go in high school football.
I don't understand the fair catch.
Well, he was probably taught that if the ball
he
comes
was-
to you, just
you're
just
not,
fair
you're
catch
not returning it. So the Chiefs will start from their own 22. He's got Spataro in that deep set formation. He'll give it to Spataro over the middle, and F.J. Bertini is in there right away
For 26.
and spills him for no gain.
Momentum is turned right around.
Number 36 of the Warriors, F.J. Bertini.
Like we said, F.J. Bertini was one of those players ready, willing, and able to step up and make up for the loss of Corey Maruck.
Frank, can I say this before this next play? He moved Thomas Wykoski or Matt Wykoski over one step, and he shot that gap, and that's how we got in.
Great observation. So we got a timeout? Do we have a timeout?
No, it's the end of the third quarter.
Oh, the end of the
Fourth
third
quarter,
quarter.
baby.
It's the end of the third quarter.
Hey,
So,
did Prep beat Western Wayne today? What was the score?
28-0.
28-0. Western Wayne had a good season. Let me tell you.
At the end of three,
They did.
Western
the
Wayne gave a lot of
score is
people
Lakeland
problems.
14 and the Wyoming Area Warriors 14.
So the Warriors, as is their custom, they put up those four fingers saying we own the fourth quarter.
Right.
And they want to own it tonight. A lot of games we've played this year have already been decided by the fourth quarter, not this one.
Frank, I'm jumping in the back
but-
pocket of the boss here. He's on board. I'm right with him.
I love the energy. And when they went down 14-0, I didn't see any finger pointing. I didn't see any dumb penalties. I just saw leadership.
That's right.
And a lot of it I saw from Dominic DeLuca, Brian Williams, F.J. Bertini,
Frank
Cameron
Jr.
Carr, Derek Ambrosino. Guys who've been here for a while. Maybe guys that haven't played in this type of game, but guys who knew that they had the talent to play in this type of game. And they are delivering some great efforts, some great heart tonight, and that's made all the difference as this team has tried to come back from that 14-point deficit and did come back and tie it up.
Frank, here's a great analogy. They sat down for dinner and they're eating dessert.
Now, yeah. So a lot of football to be played.
Right.
12 minutes. Here we
Dessert
go.
is the fourth quarter, Frank. That's the dessert.
As we start the fourth quarter, Lakeland will have a 2nd and 10. The running yards have not come as easily this second
Ball
half.
at the
for Javon.
23-yard line.
This
Lakeland will
is
start
a
the fourth
big
quarter,
series.
second down and
We
10.
stopped them here. They're punting from deep in their own territory, and their punting game has not been strong
James
tonight.
Lewis split it in the near side.
here
He
we
gives
go.
it to Spataro over the right side.
Oh, they
and he
had
spins.
him.
He's got a couple. F.J.
F.J.
Bertini rides him
Bertini
down.
nailed him, dropped
He's still
him.
got 4 or 5 yards to carry. He was met along the line of scrimmage, but you got to give that
He's a
young
tough
man
kid,
a lot
Frank.
of credit. Very
Tough
strong, quick feet, and he will
Picks up
himself
a
to a
couple on
5-yard
the
gain.
play.
He's
This is
a
a big down right now, gentlemen.
It's big down.
Going to be third down and
big play.
4.
We talked about right from the early of the game. 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 6s. Those are the down and distances you have to make to win these type of games. And Lakeland's in one right now, inside their own 30.
Hey, watch that screen. Watch that screen.
He'll send Pigeon in motion.
27.
Two
And
tight
he's going to
ends.
pitch to
They
Spataro
just
on
run
the
it.
right end. And he is
That's a big tackle.
DeLuca.
Was that Dominic?
That's Dominic
That was
DeLuca.
a big tackle. That was huge.
Oh, he's gonna make it a
That was
decision.
Tony. That
Now
was
there's
Tony
a decision.
Langan
26
right
on the
there.
carry.
That was a
And
hit.
he is tackled by Dom DeLuca.
Because let me tell you,
That
Oh,
gave
they
him
gave
a
him
first
first
down.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because it looked like he was right at the marker, and
Yeah,
Dom
that's
came
going to
up.
be good for
I thought he was
Lakeland
short of
first
Marco.
down.
That's a
that was a
generous
very
spot. Yeah.
that was a very favorable mark. Dominic, that was a great play.
That was. Give Spataro a
Ball
lot of
placed at
credit.
about the 38-yard line.
Holy DeLuca, someone just said.
1st and 10 for the Chiefs
Here we go.
at their own 33.
Here comes. Stop that pass. Outside.
There's the give to Kovaleski, and he's got a couple yards. Oh, he's got a nice carry up middle. As that up
must-
back.
he
Leo
must have
Harris,
slid off a
Derek
tackler.
Ambrosino. And he'll be close to the 40-yard line.
Give Lakeland credit.
6 or 7
Give
yard
Lakeland
gain. Yeah,
credit
they're winning the
after
ball.
we
Toro
come
on the
roaring
carry
back.
again, and
They're
he's
not
tackled by
quitting here.
Ambrosino. Second down.
Could there be anything better
4
than a
yards to
football
go.
game like this?
That's
This is a
right.
great game.
November
And
football.
the obvious answer is, of course not.
No. 2nd and 4 now for the Chiefs. They're in that I formation. He'll send Pigeon in motion. He'll take the snap and he'll give it to Spataro along the right side. And there's not much room there. F.J. Buccini, Dante Bavani, Cameron Carr.
Another
Stack
big
them
play
up.
here.
Gonna bring up
33.
another like a
26
third
on
and
the
3.
carry.
F.J. Buccini is at the bottom of the pile every time in the second half. Dimitri DePietro also
F.J.
in there.
Buccini and
Yards-
Buccini's
Dimitri
another kid.
DePietro on the
He's
tackle.
all over
And
the
that's gonna
field
bring up third
every
down and
game,
2.
and he gives you everything he has, and he just plays his heart out.
He's checking the kid out for a concussion.
Who are they checking?
He's checking the lineman out. 63. Is it 53?
Yeah. That is Cross Douglas. He's had a nice game for the Chiefs. Like I said, they're not really deep. I think I counted 28 kids, so they really can't afford too many injuries.
Frank, this is where Derek Ambrosino is going to make the biggest play of the game.
So is he a left guard or so? You're the Warriors. You're looking to see who came in. You're probably maybe anticipating a play on the other side. Sammy Solomon is calling out signals here. 3rd and 2. Dupree will pitch to Spataro over the right side, and he's going to have the first down just past the marker. So Lakeland getting the tough running when they need to.
Number 26
Couple
on the
big
carry.
first downs here by Lakeland. They're chewing
And
clock and
looks
they're,
like it's
they're
going to be
making
good
first
for
downs.
Chiefs first down.
But there's some hard tackles, so they're making them pay for it.
Just a little bit here. Harry Heck just rewound our feed and watched the spot of the
yeah?
Lucas tackle, and he said he was a yard short.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no, I really thought
He
he
said he
was.
was a yard short.
This is our ballpark. Aren't
Thank
we
you,
supposed
Harry.
to get the calls here?
Well,
So that's another
Just
first down
asking,
for the
just saying,
Chiefs
Carl.
at their own
Just saying.
44-yard line.
Buddy, I'm in your back pocket.
I'm telling you, here we go. Let's play some football.
Okay, here we go.
stop him right
Three
now.
under center. He'll send Pigeon in motion, and they give us the Pigeon around the left side, and he's got some room, and he makes a move before Dominic DeLuca hangs on to
27
him.
on the carry.
He's got 5 or 6,
Well,
maybe 7 yards.
He made a
Tackled
nifty
by
run
DeLuca
on that
and DePietro.
because I thought we had him bottled up. He made a very nice cut on that.
6 yards is called a 2nd and 4.
Picks up about 6. Second
Come on,
down
guys.
and 4.
We got to stay
Ball
together
right
here,
about
baby. We
midfield.
got to stay tough.
So we've seen that play a couple times, and a couple times it's been stopped, but you get an athlete and you get him out on the edge and you give him some room, he's going to get some yards. And smart of Lakeland to do that, so that you're not can't sell out in the middle when you have that option. Now he's got James Lewis. He's split to the far side. Pigeon is on the near side. He's going to send Pigeon in motion again, and they collide there, and there's a flag.
We'll hold.
So Pigeon and Dupree actually collided, and then it was given to the upback, and now Sammy Solomon is getting up slow.
Getting up.
We'll see what the flag is here. Cameron Carr lifts him
There
up.
you
He
go.
said, hey, big guy, you're not
There
going
you
anywhere.
go.
The carry straight up the middle. Picks up a few. There is a penalty on the play.
2nd and 14.
And that looks like it's going to be a holding play against Lakeland.
So that's a costly penalty for the Chiefs here as they were moving the ball on the ground. And that's going to give them a 2nd and 11 at their own
That's going to bring
42-yard
the ball
line.
back to
Sammy Solomon's
the
going
Lakeland.
to check out for a little
Sammy's
break.
not moving so
42-yard
well.
line.
He was limping last week.
Yeah. Well, he's still
And
working
that'll be
himself
second
into
down
game
and
shape.
12.
So maybe take a couple plays and then get back in there.
7 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game, gentlemen.
Yep. Okay, here we go. This is the bread and butter, baby.
Pigeon goes in motion.
Slow delay. It's a
Dupree.
pass.
Play action now. He's rolling right. Cameron Carr is out of the He sacked him back at the 32-yard line.
CJ Dupree.
Another big play by number
Dupree kicks it,
75.
and he is brought
And here
down
comes
for a big
Sammy
loss
Solomon
by
running
number
back on the
75
field.
of the Warriors, Cameron Carr.
Cameron Carr stayed with that play, stayed with his man, and he sacked CJ Dupree back at the 34, and that's a
That's gonna
generous
bring up
spot
a third
because he
down
sacked him at the
and 20 for
32-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 20
That
for
is a
Lakeland,
huge play.
as they have to get to the Warrior 46 for a first down. Cameron Carr's been coming all night. They've been doing a good job with him.
but he's been coming all night, and he just willed himself to get there on that play, and he brings down the big sophomore quarterback
Here we go.
for a 10-yard loss.
Quarterback gets around the end there. He had a lot of running room.
3rd and 20,
Stay home,
Dupree
stay
under
home,
center.
Derek. Stay home, Derek.
He'll take the snap. He drops 3-step back, drops, and he's looking down the right side, and it's too far.
Sorry,
Here we
guys.
go, baby.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't move that. I was watching the play myself.
That'll bring up 4th down
Bad
for
cameraman.
the Chiefs.
Look
6:38
for a
left.
big return here. All right? The Lakeland punt game has not been very strong. Look for a big return here.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 20.
So the Lakeland punter, he's going to be back at his 21-yard line, and the snap is a little slow in getting back there. He gets off a nice punt. Brian Williams is going to take it. He's got some room around the right side, and he's at the 40. He's at midfield, and he'll go out of bounds at the 40, and there's a late hit. And
Brian Williams down the sideline, and there are penalty flags.
so lots of yellow laundry on the
I
field.
don't know if that
But Brian Williams brought it
holding or-
inside the 40, about a 25-yard punt return. And then there was some
I see nothing but
some
a good
shenanigans on the back end. 3 flags came out, but I thought Brian Williams got hit late out of bounds as well, and I don't see a flag on this
I thought I
sideline.
seen the helmet there.
So they'll have to sort this out. There's 6:27 left in the 4th quarter.
Franklin might have 2 penalties out front.
We'll take the offset if that gives us the ball in Lakeland territory.
It was a nice return.
Hey, you're picking one up.
So we'll see what the call is. Okay.
What was it, Frank?
Offsetting.
Offsetting? Okay.
We're going to have offsetting penalties.
So they'll kick it again?
And
There we
the
go.
Oh,
Chiefs
gonna re-kick.
will re-kick.
Free kick, we'll take that. We'll
Harrison
take that.
Williams.
That's
rather
tough.
take the
That's
ball.
tough on a punter to
Keep
ask
for
him to
the
get 2
Warriors.
kicks off
You're
consecutively.
not
but
kidding. You're
So,
not kidding. The punter, the center,
He's
the
standing a
whole
little
thing.
close.
Warriors are setting up for a good return here. Come on,
And
Leo.
Harris is going to have room around the right side. Oh, he'll do well just to stay on it. That's a smart play. Smart play. I know he was looking to make a big play for his team. He kept possession.
Oh, baby, here we go.
And the Warriors will start 1st and 10 at their own
Ball
32.
is fielded by the Warriors, Leo Harris.
So that time the offsetting
And
was
the
favorable
Warriors
to
will take
Lakeland
over 1st down and
because
10.
instead of starting at the Lakeland 40, that's a difference of
The
about
34-yard line.
28 yards. In field
Hey,
possession.
14-14,
Yeah.
6 and change to go. Here we come.
So last time the Warriors came out with that 4-receiver set. This time it looks like they're in a more traditional formation. Now they got 2 receivers split to the far side. Williams goes in motion, and DeLuca calls his own number, and he's got 2 or 3 yards
Tough.
up
Look
the
at
middle.
him.
He's still
Look at him.
carrying Lakeland Chiefs
DeLuca takes it straight up the middle.
up
picks
to about
a
the
line.
39-yard line.
I would say that play was Charlie McDermott tough
That's
on that play. baby.
that's a 6-yard carry on 1st down. Make it 2nd and 4 now for the Warriors
With
at
6
the
minutes
40.
left in this game.
Frank, let's keep in mind, Aaliyah Cranston has a 22-yarder
Yeah.
under her belt.
Elko and Harris in the high formation. There's the give to Elko, and he's pushing in maybe a yard that time. Good job by Lakeland. Up the
Lakeland
middle,
wants this game,
Jonathan
gentlemen.
Nanowitz.
Their Hogs are doing their
Listen,
job.
Lakeland was not impressed by our 11-0 record coming down here. They want to play some football. You give them a lot of credit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very
And
impressed
that's
with
going to bring up a Warrior 3rd down.
3rd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Look for a Dominic run here. I'm thinking.
Okay, we've got Leo Harris and Brian Williams split to the far side.
Here we go.
DeLuca takes himself around the right end, and he's going to be pushing. He's going to be maybe short of the marker.
No, he's up there. He's up
Dominic
there.
DeLuca carries.
That referee doesn't
And-
change his stance. You got him.
You're going to give it to him? Yeah, they're moving the chains.
There was no giving.
Good eyes, Craig.
There was no giving. That was the first
That's
down.
going to be good for a Warrior 1st down.
All right.
Let's go, Warriors.
Sorry, I doubted you, Dominic.
What a
Look at
game.
But hey, he got to the 45, got that first down for the Warriors. 1st and 10. There's 4:55 left in regulation. Now he's got that 4 receiver set again with Elko back with him. He'll take the snap, and he is looking, and the ball's tipped. And it looked like Harris was
DeLuca's
open.
pass is tipped.
And
At the line by
again,
number
their
2 of
defensive
Lakeland.
set is giving the slots room again.
Colin Walsh.
Colin Walsh did a nice job of getting his hand on that before the ball could be delivered to Leo Harros.
Frank Blaze, Socash Minutes was wide open down the sideline.
Oh, okay. Blaze working him in here now. That's Jake Bush.
He's wide
Look
open.
at
That's Jake Bush.
All right, we're tight on the
2nd and
slot
10
up top.
now. And DeLuca will take it up over the middle, and he's got 7 or 8
He
yards.
didn't lose his footing.
Dominic DeLuca on the carry, and he's
Over
tripped up
Bryce
about
Hinkle.
Frank, he
Dominic-
knows what he had
48-yard
in
line
front
of Lakeland.
He's not going to be stopped. He's
He knows
determined,
what he had
yeah.
in front of him. He just got tripped
Third
over.
and
That's
2
gonna bring up
as
a Warrior, third
they
down and 2.
cross the midfield stripe now.
Frank, he tripped over the A and WA on the right at the 53-yard line.
3rd and 2 at the Lakeland 47 now. Dimitri DePietro, Jake Bush split to the right side. Leo Harros and Brian Williams split to the left side. DeLuca will take the ball over guard. He's got the first down.
Dominic DeLuca.
Over Nick Elko,
He's putting
over
on a
Matt
show.
Wygoski, over Bryce Hinkle.
Ball's
He
being
was a
placed
sneak,
at
but he ran
the
it off the
Lakeland
right guard.
44-yard line. Correction, 43-yard line.
And this 6 foot, 185 pound junior is going to use every ounce of heart, soul, grit, and determination he has to move this team towards the end zone. 1st and 10 at the Lakeland 38. He's got that 4 receiver set again. Quay Williamson now back with him. Here's the snap, and he's going to take it over the right side. And he's got a face mask. Oh,
Yeah,
looked like
Yeah,
it.
close to it. He had him around the neck.
DeLuca on the carry again. The tackle looks like number 50 for Lakeland.
Antonio Spataro, give him a credit there.
Spataro.
I think we're up to 292 viewers.
And the Warriors
2nd and
off
12
the
now.
opportunity on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 12.
So it wasn't a face mask, but give Spataro credit for a strong tackle there
Are you okay?
on DeLuca.
All right.
2nd and 12 now.
No, everything's great. My
4
son
receiver
wanted
set.
to come up here, and I said no.
Bring him up.
Bring him up.
DeLuca looking over the right side and calling.
He
Whoa!
got his own pass.
And then he gets it away. Wow.
Now here's a stupid question: Is
It
he
looked
allowed
like-
to throw that again?
It looked like he
it was-
threw it
DeLuca's pass
and
was
it
incomplete.
landed in his chest.
Nope.
A defender
Wait a
touched
minute.
it.
Yeah.
And the late penalty flag comes in.
I
That's
think it
it.
might have been roughing the passer.
I've never seen that though, but it looked like he threw the ball and he pulled it back when it hit the defender's chest because Colin Walsh was in there and
Okay, yeah. Right.
intentional grounding.
No,
That's a tough one.
Okay, it's only 5 yards, right?
Maybe an illegal
Loss of down.
forward pass for the Warriors.
Guys, if I can really quick, I got a
And
text from
that'll
Coach
give the Warriors a third
Marenka, and he
down and
just wanted to
22.
say you guys do a great job
Thanks.
with this broadcast. And he
Coach.
sent this text at halftime, and he said we were coming back. And of course, the old ball coach is right again.
3rd and long, and DeLuca will roll to his left, and he looks
Oh, wide
forward.
open!
Cameron Carr, and he's tackled. So Coach Wyszynski dialing something up there.
Let me tell you, number
Passes to
7
Cameron
for
Carr.
Lakeland just made the play, perhaps,
And
of
he's
the
tackled
game.
by
Saved the
Because
game.
if he doesn't make that tackle,
corner Usher.
Car's gone.
That's Garrett Corner Usher.
he had a wall, and nobody picked
He's a
him up.
senior. Yeah, he had some nice
That's
plays in
gonna
that first half.
Up a 4th down
Yeah,
and
no,
25 for the
you put the
Warriors.
Ball out of there. Get the ball out
Give
of there.
Lakeland hasn't moved the ball the whole
Give
half.
Coach
Punt the
Wyszynski
ball here.
give Coach Wyszynski some credit for dialing up something a little different there and trying to get Cameron Carr maybe involved on a flea flicker and
Frank,
see what he could get.
I would have never thought that would
Yeah.
they drew that play.
So
out. Never.
a kind of a freak play where you think you know the game, you think you know the rules. So Dominic is back to pass, and he sees the rusher in his face, and I think he thought I pulled it back in time, but it must have come into contact with the defender, And at that point, I guess it's dead ball or
Well, I would have thought that
Okay.
since it was behind the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
the defender touched it, you could do anything you
No,
want.
you
Yeah,
can't pass it again.
Can't
You
pass
can't pass
it
it
again. You
again.
can only pass it forward
so
once.
we learn something every week in and every week
I
out.
didn't know that, so now I'm educated.
So it looked like it had some momentum, but like you said, Lou,
Listen, you kick
the way
ball.
we're playing,
kick
yeah,
the ball here.
pin him down.
Kick the ball here.
hey,
Mix.
make him throw it because we have been covering better in the second half. We have been rushing the quarterback better in the second
Was that
half.
timeout called by us or by them? Because I'd be worried about a little block punt.
You certainly don't want to go fourth down here and give them the ball in our own territory.
Lakeland will send Pigeon back to his own 30, and there's a
That's
directional
a good
kick.
That's a good kick.
And it's going to hit.
That's going to take a Warrior bounce.
That's perfect.
Dead
Down at
right
the
there.
22-yard line by Dylan Williams. That's a
That's
nice.
perfect. Now there's 2 minutes and change left. They've got to go
And that ball
78
is
yards.
78 yards. Thanks for the
Williams.
help with the math
There's
there.
not enough time to do it all on the ground. So,
Definitely go to the
hey,
air.
so this is a challenge for Coach Wasilchek. How aggressive do you want to be? Because you don't want to turn the ball back
you don't
over.
want to go 3 and out here.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. So you can run the ball a little bit, but if your intent is to score on this possession,
First down
at
and
some
10,
point you got to
Lakeland.
go to the air.
Keep those backers
Ball
back.
placed at the 22-yard line.
Hey guys, let's turn the rally caps around. Big time for a turnover, right?
This is
I'm
it.
sorry. I apologize to our Lakeland fans that are watching. We're Warrior guys.
Yeah, if you Lakeland fans didn't figure it out
Hey,
yet,
dig
we're
for you.
rooting for
Hey, he's
Wyoming
around the right
area.
edge. Cameron Carr's after him, and he delivers the ball, and it's a catch.
That's a hold.
That's null and
That's
void.
a hold.
That's a
First
block.
pass is
Pigeon.
complete.
He tackled
Camera
Cameron
from
Carr,
behind.
defended it off.
And that's a tough.
There is a penalty on the play.
Besides the fact it was a blatant hold, it was an excellent throw.
That was an excellent throw and an excellent catch by Thomas Pigeon. Cameron Carr is a handful for any offensive lineman, but Dupree did a great job of getting outside and locating his receiver. But now it's going to make it that much tougher as they're going to go back to about
Now
the 11
here's
yard.
a, here's
That's gonna be
a
a
question
hold
though.
on
You're going to call a play,
Lakeland.
you're going to roll toward Cameron Carr and not try to stay in. He's been giving
That's
you
the-
fits
but
all
that's-
night.
but
Now
that
you
is-
got a big problem.
That'll
Was he
be
on
the
that left
deeper
side?
in your own
12-yard line.
territory.
Was he on that
First
left
down
side? Because he's on the
20.
right side now.
Frank, here comes the big play. It's got to happen.
Sorry, the 20-yard line.
First and
Gotta get him
20,
deep.
and the Chiefs find themselves inside their own 10 now.
They got trips right.
Dupree is in the shotgun. He'll send, looks like James Lewis in motion,
Gonna be a
and
roll.
he'll give to Spataro around the
he'll
right
run
hand.
the ball.
Sammy
He
Solomon
takes the
swallows
ball
him up.
right up.
And
Call
that's
timeout.
maybe a yard or two. There's 2:04 left here in the contest.
How many
Right.
timeouts do we have?
Looks like number 90 in there for the tackle.
Sammy Solomon.
So Spataro got that up to about the 11-yard line. They have to get to the 32-yard line.
Hurry up, hurry up.
A minute 45 left,
Second and
gentlemen.
21. Now they got trips left. Dupree will take the snap, and he's going to roll
He's
to
gonna
his
roll
left.
right into the pressure.
And he is looking for a receiver, and it's
Dupree's pass
fast.
intended for number 27.
But what that does, that stops the
incomplete.
clock
Stops
now.
the clock.
Stops the clock.
And a 3rd and long for Lakeland.
Frank,
If you don't pick it up here, you're punting from your own end zone or close to your own end zone. So do you run the ball and try
Now
to give
we
your
have two
punter?
timeouts.
It's going to be third down
So
and
now
20.
now they run the ball, call timeout.
Or make the Warriors use that timeout.
Yeah, they may play a little strategy here. Play
So the
for
Warriors still have 2
overtime.
timeouts,
So
right?
right, Lou's right. If they run it, call timeout.
Yeah, they're going to have to. And I think you have to make the Warriors take a timeout here.
Frank, I'm looking for Leo Harrison or Dominic DeLuca. This is it. Here comes the
So
big play.
they still might be looking for something deep because they got that trips formation on the left side.
Now, let me
Dupree
tell
takes the
ya.
snap, and he's looking
Give
to
him credit.
pick it up.
Now, I tell you what, I give Lakeland a lot of credit because they
I
came
do
here
too.
to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Throwing the ball there, they came here to
that
win.
play is broken
I
up by FJ
give Coach
McKinney.
Wasilchik all the credit in the world. He said, "Hey, I've got a quarterback with a big time arm. I've got Thomas Pigeon with 1,000 yards receiving. I'm going to try and pick this up." So, like I
Frank,
said,
we
I
got
give
a
it
player down on the
credit.
field for Lakeland.
We hope he's okay because they've all played great tonight.
That's
And
yeah.
there's
Call him
a
out.
injury timeout on the
We have to give
field.
Lakeland credit because they do not have many subs. This is pretty much they're playing with 15
14,
players.
14, yeah, PJ.
We
14.
talked
With
about
1 minute and 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
what they have. Let's call a spade a spade.
The visiting Chiefs 14 and the Wyoming Area Warriors 14.
This is as good a high school
this is one
football
of the
game
best
as
games
you're
I've
going to
ever-
see.
That's right.
So Colin Walsh, he's going to
Let's-
limp off, but
Let's hear it for that young man.
hopefully we'll see
Let's
him
not
back.
forget that this same situation happened last week with Lake Lehman. They went to overtime and Lakeland came out with a win. That's how they
So,
advanced.
hey, let's look. Brian Williams and Leo Harris are set up at the Lakeland 43-yard line.
This is very dangerous now. For
So,
Lakeland.
yeah, dangerous for Lakeland. He's standing at the end zone, at the end line.
Let's see the snap.
the snap is going to be key. It's
Couple
gonna be
wobbly
quick. It's gonna be a
snaps
quick
here.
snap.
And the Warriors will have 2 timeouts. And,
Oh, baby!
Okay, here
and he
we
gets
go.
off a nice
We
kick.
got a
Harris
field
going to
back.
take it at the 45-yard line. He's going to look around the right side. He's inside the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 30.
Face
but there's
mask.
Will Harris on the
another flag
return.
down.
I think we have a face mask.
And he is
And another
out of
flag comes in
bounds
from the
at the
backside, but Leo
30.
Harris with a 12 or 13-yard
4
return.
yard line, and there are penalty flags on the
Just
field.
about every return we've seen flags
Oh, no.
come in.
Come on, FJ. Get off the field there, buddy. I don't know what happened there, but the referee pointed at him.
Blocking the back probably. It's probably going to be kicking again.
So that snap was a little scary for
Well, it was after
Lakeland.
The kick, so they can't kick it again. It'll just move his back.
So this is where composure has to come in, and especially, oh,
You gotta be
wow,
smart.
Oh, boy.
wow.
Oh! At the point of foul, so.
So
All right, hey!
instead of
Listen,
starting,
Come on! Hey, here we go, boys.
instead of starting at the Lakeland 32, they're going to start at their own 42.
Come on, get those. Get
Now,
those
That's
now
a
guys,
26-yard difference.
I've been in Coach Masinski's head a couple times tonight. Look for the hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder, okay.
Look for the hook
Yeah.
and ladder. I feel hook and ladder
Right.
right now.
It's going to be a little trickery. You're right, Lou.
We're gonna
So,
go for
uh,
I'm thinking a little trickeration right
118. Warriors
Penalties
have
on the Warriors.
Up to
And that'll bring the
308
ball back
viewers.
to the
Warriors have 2
42-yard
first
line.
downs, and they do have 5 receivers set. There's nobody in that backfield.
Given our slot here to
With
the side,
Dominic,
a ton of
he'll take
room.
the drop,
Right
and
check.
he is looking. He's going to have to run, and he's hit face up
Oh!
by
Luke on the carry.
Cross Douglas
Call timeout.
and
And
Jonathan
he is brought
Bonowitz.
down by Douglas.
He actually
The
lost 2
53.
yards on that. There's 1 minute left in the
Clock's
contest.
running. We have 2 timeouts?
2 timeouts.
I think I would have taken a timeout.
So would I have.
Yeah, well, you're going deep here. They're looking for Brian Williams or Quay Williamson down here, down this right sideline. DeLuca takes the snap, and he is looking.
We got lots of time.
He's looking left
Ton of
for
time.
Dimitri DePietro.
All right.
Through his hands,
All right.
incomplete.
DeLuca's pass is incomplete to DePietro, and
Say hello to
that
everybody.
will be
Hey, buddy, how are you?
My son
Third
Louis,
down and
quite a soccer
13.
player.
How's it going there, sir?
So Dimitri DePietro's got that club on that left hand. That can't make it easy. 3rd and 13. Hey, you got to send your best athlete long and try and
Now, how
pick
many
something
how
up.
many timeouts does Lakeland have
2.
right here?
They have 2.
They got
We got
2.
2. So we got to keep the ball.
Lakeland fans are, Lakeland players are getting their fans up.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so Brian Williams is split to
we
the
go.
near side here, along the
for
near
the slot.
sideline.
Look for the slot.
And Dominic DeLuca is going to run it, and he is going to step out
Good.
at near
Good, nice,
midfield.
Takes the ball
But
out
it's
of
4th
bounds.
down.
It's 4th down. So,
At the 48-yard line.
4th and
That'll bring up
5.
a 4th down and 4 for the
I don't know,
Warriors.
Coach.
kick the ball.
I don't know if I have the,
Kick the ball.
the
They're gonna go
intestinal
for
fortitude
Kick
to
the ball.
make this call.
Kick the ball. We're home. Do you know play for overtime?
They're going for it. He's going for it. These guys are going for it.
Now they're going to play for the win.
So give both coaches a lot of credit. He's got Dimitri DePietro back there. They're going to shift in the
Oh,
punt
baby,
formation. They're going to
Coach
shift.
Marenko.
They're going to shift.
Oh!
Come on. Snap it.
Good call. Good call.
No. We're
Take
not
the
gonna, I
timeout.
don't think
Take
we're
the
going to
timeout.
play here. I don't think we're gonna run a play.
There we go.
Clock's not running though, so delay
Too much
again.
time. Yeah.
Delay again.
So that's what
All
they were
right.
looking for. Hey,
Okay.
they had some.
I told you.
they
He
had some
moved
nice-
though. He moved. The guy jumped,
He moved.
and they
He
didn't
mustn't have
call.
gone- He mustn't have gone over.
looked like they had-
Delay of
Looked like they
game
might have had
penalty
somebody on the
against
left edge that
Warriors.
stepped into.
Yes.
What a game. Holy
And that'll
smokes.
make it 4th down and 9.
So 4th and 9 now, and we'll definitely see a punt here with 35 seconds. And with 2 timeouts, hey,
I tell you
Lakeland.
what, the younger Minnick Sokash has
He's done
done
a
a
nice
great
job,
job
yep.
snapping the ball. He's a freshman too, isn't he?
Hey, Lakeland's going to take a couple shots here now. There's no doubt about it. They did it from their 10-yard line.
Perfect snap. All right, that's not the punt we were hoping for. Okay.
So I think Lakeland's got a pretty good kicker, so they're going to have a couple shots
The
downfield here.
punt is out of bounds.
29 seconds left, everyone.
How many?
29 seconds.
All right.
Lakeland has 2
Holy
timeouts. We
smokes.
have 2 timeouts.
Holy smokes, what a game.
So they'll mark that ball at their own
And
49-yard
29
line.
seconds left in regulation.
Hey, but he's got 3 or 4
Lakeland
shots
will
downfield.
start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 49.
So the Warriors are going to need a nice pass rush. And really, hey, they could run the ball a couple times here too with the timeouts. So really everything is on the table for Lakeland offense.
They've had no success rolling out. Here comes
Free
here
will
comes
give
our
the ball to
backer.
Spataro. The same play that we saw early in the game. Oh! Got it.
All right, come
are
on,
you
go
kidding
play a
me?
little game.
And
That's
Thomas
it.
Pigeon.
Play,
That's the same play they used in the first half.
number 18,
James Lewis?
CJ Dupree completes.
No, that was
They
Pigeon.
had that covered out. They had that covered.
Let me tell you that this is a great game played by 2 great teams. Coaches on both sides had these
Complete to
boys
number
well
27,
prepared.
Pigeon.
I still think that Wyoming area is going to win. My apologies to the Lakeland fans listening in, but I still feel like we're going to find a way to pull this
And
out.
Timeout
that'll
for
be a
Lakeland.
1st down and goal from the 6-yard line.
So
was right there.
So they have 1 timeout left, and they are at the 12-yard line. And that was the same play that they went down after the fumble in the first half. Yeah, that almost for about the same distance, almost from the same spot on the field. And where it's give to Spataro. We talked about how the whole offense was available to them, so the Warriors could not just think pass. They knew that they could expect the run or the pass, and Spataro did a good job of selling it, pitching it back to Dupree, and Pigeon got open behind the defense there and came down with that nice catch at the 12-yard line.
Actually, they had it covered. They had it covered. They just missed the ball.
Or actually,
He went for
he's
the
at the 8-yard line now, right? So it's going to be 1st and goal, and they have a timeout. So they could still keep it on the ground and try to get over to get a better kicking position for their kicker.
I think they're going to do some kind of roll, run, pass option here.
Dupree takes the snap. He is looking over the right side, and he's got it. And F.J. Bertini tackles him at the 2. They'll have to take a timeout there. 14 seconds.
Dupree's pass is complete.
Now,
27.
now
And he is tackled by
they still have time to run some plays, but it's got to be a touchdown. Because any play that is not a touchdown, they don't have another timeout to stop the clock.
Do you think that they would throw it out? That they would throw a fade?
It's 14 seconds left.
So if they don't score a touchdown, they're not going to have enough time to get on the
Lakeland's
field.
Lakeland's out of timeouts now.
No, but they can
They're at the
pass the
2-yard
ball,
line.
and if it's incomplete, they'll still have time.
But they have to throw in the end zone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you take that chance though. I don't know.
They should just go right out there right now and kick a field goal.
It's 2nd down. Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
not a great
I don't
angle.
know. If it was 3rd down, then you attempt the kick, because if it's a missed snap or something like that, you can just eat it and then try it again. But second down, I don't know. Is Dupree out there? He's not out there.
It's going to be a trick play here.
No, they're going to kick it. Their kicker's out there. I don't see the quarterback out there. Oh, he's out there. Okay, so Dupree at the 2-yard line. Now, okay, so Coach Spencer wanted to see what he brought out, and he called a timeout.
Playing a little chess here.
Little
let
chess
me
game,
tell you.
yeah.
There has not been as good a game here at this field since
quite a while,
28, no,
So
48 years.
It looked
or
li-
38 years.
it looked like
My math is off. 38 years ago, somebody was involved in this. Right down there, and then like on the other side of the field.
Long time ago.
it looked like
And somebody standing next to me had a very big part in the snap being high.
Somebody stand next to me is a big part of that team too. But
I was on the sidelines.
I know the Pottsville coach.
tonight's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not
Your
even
father
history.
won the game for us.
We're still gonna win this game tonight.
I don't know
So-
what you said to that center that day, but oh boy, I want to know.
So it looked like Lakeland came out with their I formation. Were they going to take a chance and try to run it in? I don't know. That would have been a risky play with no timeouts.
Right now, Lakeland's in a win-win situation. If they don't score, they go to overtime. If they score, they go home.
Well, they
and
gotta
they play next week, and we go home.
They got to give their kicker's a pretty good kicker.
Yeah.
They're going to give them a chance to win this
Boy,
game.
I tell you what, though, if they were gonna set up for the kick, they would have given themselves a better angle than that.
So Dupree has Pigeon on the right end, and there's another timeout. Another timeout. Warriors call. Now it's a timeout in Lakeland. Did they have a
What
timeout?
a chess game. What a chess game.
Warriors call it.
Lakeland calls a timeout.
No, he signaled Lakeland. They didn't have it.
One go.
Correction. The Warriors call the timeout.
Oh, baby. I don't know if I can take much more. Are we allowed beverages up here? I don't know. So, here's what we got. We got a 2nd and 3 for Lakeland. They're at the Wyoming area 2-yard line. The game is tied, 14-14.
Where's the 301?
There's 14 seconds left.
301 area code.
Both
Maryland. I just got a text
they're-
from Maryland.
they're
I don't
both,
know who it is. They're saying Warrior defense.
Warrior
Let's
timeouts.
go. So whoever you are in Maryland, let me know who you are.
There goes Cameron Carr. There goes Dimitri DiPietro. There goes Sammy Solomon. There goes Dominic DeLuca. Nick Elko. Derek Ambrosino. Dante Bavani. F.J.
Talking
Braccini.
about this game.
Quay Williamson. Come on, guys. Make something happen. Vic Pacchioni says quarterback sneak. I don't know. It's like it's at the 3-yard line. They're at the 3-yard line. They have no
Talking
timeouts.
about Vic.
This is going to be a pass
That
play.
senior, junior.
He's got Pigeon and Lewis split to the left side. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll to his right, and it's incomplete. Oh, and there's a flag intended for James Lewis.
Complete.
So all that's going to do is move the ball 1.5 yards
There is
closer
another flag on the play.
if it's defensive pass interference. And there's another one.
Penalty flag
The
on
guys
the
got to
play.
keep their composure. I know you're upset, but wow. Hey, that was a big risk by Lakeland, because if he trips down and they down him, then this clock is going to run out, and they're not even going to get a chance to attempt a field goal. So I give Coach Wasilchik a lot of credit.
So now the ball goes from the left hash to the middle of the field.
Does he want to win up? Does he want to score a touchdown and win this game? That's how it almost looks like that. He doesn't want to put it in the hands of his kicker, and I thought they had a pretty good kicker. Or does he just want to make a statement and win this game with a touchdown? You're playing a dangerous game if that's your intent.
Well, we've been saying all night, hats off to Lakeland. They came here to
Oh,
play football.
oh,
They came
definitely.
here to win.
Very impressed with this program and the toughness of these kids.
I'm not impressed with the officiating tonight, gentlemen. I hate to be say that, but they have taken it out of our hands.
So it's inside the 1 now, and here's where maybe you get the quarterback sneak.
We got 5 seconds.
This is where Sammy Solomon got to come up big. This is where Matt Wojtkowski got to come up big. The big quarterback from Lakeland, he's going to try to sneak it over. And if he doesn't, this game goes to overtime. Here's the play of the year. 9.5 seconds.
Who wants it more?
Who wants it, baby? Dupree calls his own number, and he's pushing. And he's going to be in. So Coach Wasilchik wanted to win this on a touchdown.
I tell you, give him credit. These guys credit. They came here to play. Wyoming area came fighting back to tie the game. And another one, guys. The game's not over. There's still going to be a kickoff.
What a great high school football game. You guys were just talking about a game that was played 38 years ago. People are going to be talking about this game 38 years from now. And me and Bikes will be eating pudding at the Highland Manor.
Well, hopefully.
Whoa.
38 years from now.
I don't want to do the math on that. Let's say 10 years from now.
Okay, we'll be talking about, yeah. So 20-14, the Chiefs lead.
Boy, Craig,
Give this coach a lot of credit.
I tell you what, I'm not saying that Lakeland deserves to win this game. They played hard.
Oh, definitely.
But boy, the officials, they're throwing those flags.
Yeah, it's
They have
tough as
not
a
been
fan.
our friends today.
It's tough as a fan.
You know,
It's tough.
Things are getting chippy out there. It's the referee's job.
It's tough.
From two people that are thoroughly familiar with shift to punt formation, because I too am a part-time center also.
It's tough when you're going to have a chance to start at the opponent's 32-yard line with 2 minutes left in the contest. You wind up back at your own 40. Yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow, but hats off to Lakeland. Here's the snap, the kick from Good, and it's up, and it's 21-14. So we might have, and there's another flag, and this is, Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Hey, guys. You got to show composure. You got to show composure. And this is, neither program wants to see this. Come on, guys. Let's decide it on the field. Coach Spencer's coming up. Yeah.
That's not what Wyoming area football is all about.
No, the Coach Spencer goes out there quickly to get his guys. You win with composure. You got to lose with composure. We didn't lose yet. There's still 7 seconds playing this game, and that's a lesson some young guys are going to have to learn for the next 7 seconds and for the next 2, 3, 1 year of their career. You can't lose your composure at any point of the contest. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know you got a yep. You're right. You got some comments there. You know, you
Lakeland
can't blame
deserves
it
the
all
win.
on- Yeah, Lakeland. Hey,
Deserves to
hats
win.
off credit.
Let me
That's
tell
what.
you what.
As 4 Wyoming area fans up here, we're gonna hats off to the Lakeland Chiefs. Got some tough kids.
Excellent. The coach did an excellent
He
job.
did, yeah.
Their kids came to play. They
Coach,
did an outstanding
Coach
job.
did not coach conservatively, even when he was down at his 10-yard line and he had 3rd and long. He still went for trying to win the game. So hats off to
The ball-
Jeff.
When he had the ball deep in his own territory, he threw the ball twice there.
Right. Hats off to Jeff Wasilchik. Hats off to that coaching staff. Hats off to those Lakeland Chiefs. Some tough kids.
343 viewers. 343 viewers right now.
Packed house, baby.
It's working, guys.
I hope
It's
they
working.
could hear me. You think they could hear me, Craig?
I think so.
Streaming
So
it is working.
next year we get an HD camera that's internet ready.
Listen, guys, however much it's going to cost next year, can we do this on the inside when it gets to November?
Oh, we want to be outside.
No. We actually made the call because it's better up here.
Yeah,
You get a better view. I'm thinking that the Alumni Association has to put some kind of like box
So,
up here for us.
Looks like they're gonna offset.
I might have to buy some warmer clothes for next year.
Penalties are gonna offset. And
Some panelized like
Brian Williams
sheathing or
Leo
something.
Harris, and hey, who's back there? Dominic DeLuca.
No, it's
Right?
of course he is. And I just want to say something that I've been listening to all year. People have said, why is Dominic still in the game? Why is Dominic playing defense? Let me tell you what. I'm not a coach. I don't make the lineups. I don't call the plays. But let me tell you, if I was the coach, I wouldn't want Dominic DeLuca ever to come off the field.
That's right, Lou. What a compliment.
I tell you what, whoever catches this ball is gonna give 110%.
Oh, you know we're not done. Warriors will not quit. The Warriors will not quit.
I don't think the return is going to take 6.9 seconds out the clock, so it'll be time for one play.
Now wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness gracious. Mr. Referees, can we just let the kids play football?
That's right. Let's finish this out. Well, he's at the 40. I think initially they thought they were going to have him kick from the 50, but with the offset,
Now what do
he's
you?
gonna kick from the 40.
Now okay. So now this is a crazy game. Now you're Lakeland. How far do you
Oh,
try
yeah.
to?
I don't.
You try to drop it in between
I
the
do.
second line.
I'd say put it at the 30.
And the last line.
All of them should not be there. There should be somebody in the middle.
I don't want the ball in the hands of Brian Williams, Leo Harris, or Dominic DeLuca. If I'm Lakeland. FJ Bertini's got that's Dylan Williams,
No quit.
and he's at the 48-yard line. We're going to have time for one long
more
play.
play.
Who knows?
What a crazy night.
Don't sign off.
Don't sign off, baby.
Got one play here.
Don't turn off the internet just yet.
Oh, I want to thank everybody for staying with us all year long. Hopefully we're going to overtime after this play.
Well,
Dylan Williams.
maybe we see the hook and ladder now.
Oh, don't defend big. Oh, referee got it back. This little guy here. We're all dressed up trying to stay warm. He's up here calling.
You were 13, you wouldn't be cold either.
So where's Brian Williams? He's at the top of the screen. He's at the far side. DeLuca takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's got pressure on him. He rolls away from it. Now he's going to look deep down the field for Brian Williams. It's intercepted. And that's going to be
DeLuca's pass will be intercepted.
Chiefs will advance.
That will end the game.
Congratulations to the Lakeland Chiefs.
Congratulations, yes, to the Lakeland Chiefs. And hey, all you do now is you line up and you tell the other team, hey, that was a hell of a ball game. Congrats to you.
Chiefs 21
Congrats to our
Wyoming area
staff.
14.
Frank
thank you.
and Craig and Carl, you guys
Thank
do
you,
a
Carl.
wonderful
Thank you,
job.
Lou.
Thank
We
you
love
for
Warrior
what-
football.
Thank you for what you do for Wyoming
Thank you.
Area football.
Thanks, Carl. Come on, get in closer here. We're going to stay on for a little while longer.
Thank you, Lou.
Enjoyed having you up here.
It's always a pleasure.
Evidently, wearing the shorts
Yeah.
and being
Yeah, you can.
superstitious didn't
Wear
work.
the pants next year, brother.
So they're, yeah, no shame. You're right, David. No shame. Great season, Warriors. They'll finish 11-1.
That's right.
Got a lot of guys coming back next year. Hey, we're going to stay with you for a little bit. We didn't anticipate going out like this,
No.
so we never got time to recognize our seniors. We want to
That's
do
right,
that in
and
the
that's something we're gonna
next
do.
few minutes while we just see the remnants of this game. Harry says record viewership. Yeah, Harry. Next year we're going to be replace
bigger.
Service Electric.
That's right.
We're going to have our own channel.
That's right.
No, we don't want to go too bigger because then the PIAA is going to raise our rate.
We're going to be on, what was your number, 50?
50.
Channel 50
Guys,
next year.
How about a selfie?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how to do this. Someone else.
Yeah, would you please?
Because I'm 55 years old trying to take a selfie, and it doesn't go very well.
Tell you what, how about you get out of the
Out of the light?
light?
Okay.
Don't knock the camera over.
Here's our
Yes,
broadcasting
my
crew.
daughter's
Get a picture taken.
over so we can get all that.
With the boss.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
You're welcome, guys.
Good
Thank
luck.
you. Take
Good
care.
luck.
Lou, you're gonna dump
Dan
that.
Lakeland.
You're gonna dump that picture somewhere so
Where,
I can
where
pick
should
it
I
up?
put it?
It's
You can put it on
consolation
Frank's
prize that
site.
you don't have to go
I don't know
to
how to do
prep
that.
next week.
Okay,
Just send it to me.
Oh, we
Send it to
wanted
Frank.
it. We wanted it.
Frank, what's your cell number? Do I have it?
570-301-4859. You still got your rock?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, here, you got that one.
What are we going to take down for everything?
So there's the Lakeland Chiefs. They're celebrating their victory. And unfortunately, we're not going to ring the bell tonight. But hey, real quick, we want to recognize our seniors. Okay.
21.
Great job, Dimitri DePietro, number 7, one of the hardest hitting defensive backs. Really stepped it up offensively for the Warriors this year. He graduates, he'll be missed. Giovanni Sancho, number 16, he came on this team as a senior, and he really did some nice things offensively. He'll be missed, obviously, too. Jake Bush, a senior wide receiver. We'll say goodbye to him this year. Great job, great career, Jake Bush. Anthony Scalzo, tough nose guard, number 27. Jesse Sajelka didn't get to play all year, but had a heck of a year last year. He'll be missed. Peter Calamaris, wide receiver, number 31. Matty Benton, another guy, came out as a senior, number 33. We'll say goodbye to him. Aaliyah Cranston, what a job she did for us on special teams this year, number 39. Congrats on your senior year. Cameron Carr, number 75. Can't say enough about him. We'll look for him at the next level. Somebody's going to get themselves one hell of an athlete. Cameron Carr, tough to replace. Say goodbye to him. Patrick Nelson, as a senior, stepped up, did a great job for the offensive line. Tierra Rhodes, number 57. Michael Amato came back from injury. All heart, all soul, all courage, number 58. We got Jaron Paul Moran, another one of those senior linemen, did a great job for us this year. Steven Sokash-Minnick lost him in the GAR game. Tough loss. The center, leader of that offensive line. That was a tough loss. Thomas White.
November 10th has not been a good day for
James
Wyoming.
Gashai, number 72. Good versatile player here on both sides of the line. Tyler Jenkins, big guy, didn't get to play, but a big part of this program. Matt Wykoski, number 76, senior. Great defensive and offensive line. And Jacob Mikolajczyk, as a senior, stepped up, did a lot of good things defensively for this team. William Savatelli, remember we gave him the player of the game a few games ago. I think he was injured, and we didn't see him, number 99. But, seniors are the heart and soul of your program. We had a great senior class. They'll always remember an undefeated regular season.
That's right.
One postseason victory, and being part of one of the greatest playoff games we've ever seen. So we thank every one of those seniors
We also want to
and their
point out
families for their
today-
commitment to this program.
Today has been a very, very big day in Wyoming area sports.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
This morning at 12 o'clock, I'm not sure if all 300 and what were we up to? 300?
Now we're down to 153, but
Well,
we're losing.
300 plus viewers. Yeah. We had our field hockey team went to the quarterfinal level of the state playoffs.
Right.
They lost
2-1 in
today
overtime, yeah.
In overtime. The soccer team played 2 hours later at the same field,
Yes.
and they lost 5-0. Is that
But
correct?
they were both in the final 8 for state.
Yes.
So
That's
that-
right.
There was a
They were
tremendous-
Elite Eight.
tremendous year in the fall for the fall programs, and just a lot to look forward to.
Frank.
There's a lot of guys coming back for this Warrior team. They're going to have a great year again
Frank,
next
could I
year.
pay compliment and homage to both girls sports?
Yep.
I was watching the people walk off the field today during a field hockey game, and I heard them say, "How could a team like that take us to overtime?" They thought they were going to come in and,
Oh, right.
and blow out the Warriors.
Yeah, so they're going to be on the map for a long time to come. And hats off to Coach Nikki Sikowski, Coach
Every single-
Chad Cranston, Coach Aaron McGinley from the field hockey team. This is a great time for Wyoming area sports.
yes,
and
it is.
We'll end it tonight, unfortunately, for football. But, hey, in a few short months, God willing, we'll all be back together. We enjoyed
right.
it. Hey, we don't claim to be professionals,
Nope.
but one thing that comes across is our passion for this program.
That's right.
For these kids. We love watching them. It takes a lot out of us to see them go down tonight because we were hoping to go play Scranton Prep, but that's life. And you know what? The sun will come up tomorrow.
That's right.
And it'll shine, and it'll be a new day, and we'll get to work and on next year. And there's like a freshman on this team, sophomores, juniors. I'll be back. Corey Maruck, we'll look for him in wrestling in the offseason. Some of these guys go on to their winter sports, but I want to thank these Warriors for giving us a great season. Coach Spencer and his staff, best coaching staff in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
That's right.
And my staff, Brittany, Craig, and Carl, love you guys.
Love you too, Frank.
Best production team we have. And
That's right.
we thank you for staying with us all year. We'll be back at it again next year. Go Warriors. Thanks for a great 2018 season and some great memories.
Frank, before
Lizzie,
you
if you're
say
still
goodnight-
listening to us,
Lizzie, right?
have a good night.
Before you say goodnight, Frank,
Don't put your tablets and
Oh, no.
cell phones away yet.
We'll be at
'cause
some
we'll
hockey
be at some
matches, basketball
hockey.
games, yep.
We're gonna be all
Yep,
around.
That's why the channel's called Wyoming Area High School Athletics. So, hey, thanks for everything. Thanks for staying with us all year. God bless and good night.
Good
And
night.
we'll see you here from Jake Sebeski Stadium.